Welcome to New Hampshire for round 2 of the Pasky's Cardiac Truck Series. My name is Sam Cooper Bennett, and we are here with the Pasky's Cardiac Truck League, or Truck Series, whichever you want to do it. And this is a special race. This is dedicated to a good friend of Kevin Pasky. His name is Mac. Just had a successful operation for new lungs, so congratulations going out to him, and definitely hope he's watching as he's recovering from that operation. So good, kudos going out to you. So we're here for round 2 after controversy last week at Daytona. We are here again to see what this can do for us here tonight. We have a new overlay. We have new drivers back in the league. We've got the likes of Ty Harris, and we've got Francois Pelletier back in the field as well. Let's go straight to the track as qualifying has got underway right now. So let's get into it now, shall we? I'm not going to do. So the qualifying is underway right now. So let's go straight to it, shall we? As we're going to go just straight to Jeff Hollingsworth right now, who's out on the track. Him right there. So, New Hampshire technically not a short track here tonight, as we're going to bring up the qualifying right there. As I already said. It looks like Jeff Hollingsworth has finished his qualifying run. Sorry, I'm caught a bit off guard there, as I've had a bit of a mare trying to get this thing set up. But again, we have a camera installed right now as Hollingsworth is off track. Chris Bouchard, the reigning champion, is on track as well. Schwartz Diesels and Autism Awareness number 28 there out on track. Got Jordan Barry coming out on track as well. Finally got the correct number on his truck, for goodness sake. Tyler Vickery. Now Tyler Vickery does have a onboard camera. If you're watching on desktop, you can click on the little suitcase at the bottom of the screen of this broadcast, and that will take you straight to Tyler Vickery's onboard camera. So hopefully you'll be able to see it right there. And you'll see firsthand what he's up to, and what he's up to right now. He's up to P13 in qualifying right now. Jeff Hollingsworth currently has the pole. Bouchard in second. Koster is in third. Would love to get one over, especially after his controversial race end last week. Jordan Barry out on track as well. Rayback Jr. is back with the series tonight. He is just making his way out on track as well. See him right there in the 07. David Bigger is there in the Southwest number 57. Sean Weaver just popped into P20 right there. As Jordan Barry goes up to P13 and displaces Tyler Vickery, who's still circulating around the track. Running a bit wide there. Through 1 and 2. We're going to go and take a look at David Bigger right now, who's currently circulating coming out of 2 right now, and he hasn't set his lap time, so this is hot lap right now. And we have 28 trucks for this race tonight. What an amount of trucks we do have, so good to see this many people out. As he hits the wall coming out of 2, that's going to end his qualifying early, but he did put it into 4th place, so good enough for P4 off just 1 lap, as Ray Black Jr. is in P3. We've got another one out on track, that's Tyler Vickery, but we haven't had times yet from Chad Witt, who's out on track right now, who's sitting in pit road right now. Hoot Baker and Kevin Pasky not taking times yet, as Tyler Vickery still circulating around the track. See him right there. And a big hello to whoever's watching in the live chat right now. Tyler Dudley, I've seen this in the live chat, and Chris Walker. Good to see you in the live chat too. Tyler Dudley, always a great spectator when we broadcast races for his dad. His dad being Robert Dudley. Tyler, you should join iRacing as well. It's a fun deal. Making sure everything is up and running as it should be, and it is. So no such problems for myself here. No such problems for Tyler Vickery. He's just circulating around the track, trying to get the most amount of laps down as possible. Still no times from Chad Witt, Hoot Baker or Kevin Pasky. Let's going to run down the rest of your field outside the top 10. Ron Holyfield in 11th, Matthew Tyrrell in 12th, Mark Jenkins in 13th. He's had a rough week this past week. Ronnie Osmer down in 14th. That's a poor qualifying for him. 15th is Michael Atkins Jr. 16th is Tyler Vickery. 17th is Tim Racino. 18th is Harrison Chandler. 19th is Ty Harris. 20th is Robert Dudley. 21st is Devin Doss. Poor qualifying for him. 22nd is Sean Weaver. 23rd is Lonnie Barrington. 24th is Johnny Antonucci. And 25th is Mike Whitaker. As we've got a couple of drivers leaving pit road right now. That is Ray Black Jr. and David Bigger. And Bigger's just going to creep around the track for... Finally picks up speed. We've got just under 2 minutes left in qualifying. I'm not sure if Kevin Pasky is going to be out for qualifying, so he might be starting shotgun on the field for this one. That's Tyler Vickery. Take a look at the weather before we get any further. It's a very sunny day out there, just a little bit of cloud. Air temperature is 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Track temperature is 81 degrees Fahrenheit here at Loudon. So definitely going to be making things a bit more easier for the drivers right now. We are less than a minute to qualifying right now. So let's go to your grid for tonight's race here at Loudon. As this is a new overlay for me, so I don't know what's working and what's not. So let's go to the grid for will be Jeff Hollingsworth. He'll be joined on the front row by Chris Bouchard. Row 2 will be Ray Black Jr. and David Bigger. Row 3 will be Jordan Barry and Tanner Koster. Costa falling to 6th after those last couple of times coming in there. Row 4 will be Rob Jenkins and Brandon Stokes. And row 5 will be Francois Pelletier and Nate Siefka. Row 6 will be Ron Holyfield and Matthew Tyrrell. Row 7 will be Mark Jenkins and Ronnie Osmer. Row 8 will be Michael Atkins Jr. and Tyler Vickery. Row 9 will be Tim Rossino and Harrison Chandler. And row 10 will be Ty Harris and Robert Dudley. Row 11 will be Devin Doss and Sean Weaver. Row 12 will be Lonnie Barrington and Johnny Antonucci. Row 13 will be Mike Whitaker and Hoot Baker. And starting shotgun on the field will be Chad Witt and Kevin Paskowicz. So that is your grid for tonight's race. Jeff Hollingsworth will be starting up on the pole for this one. Still waiting for a few people to grid up here. The Red Black Juniors car just behind Jeff Hollingsworth there. Look at the heat coming off those trucks, they're very warm. Is everybody gridded up now? Everybody's ready to get this thing going. Mark Jenkins is not gridded up yet. Not sure what's going on there, but everybody else has joined the grid for this one. 28 trucks set to take the green here tonight. And that man is on the pole, Mr. Jeff Hollingsworth. As they all start rolling. And because this is not a short track, we only get one lap around this thing before we get this thing going. So expect things to get dicey already very early in this race. We come down the backstretch. Through turns 3 and 4 now. We are ready to get this thing going. 175 laps here at Loudon. And they are going to go off in a big way as they come out of turn 4. Pace car's going to make that hard left turn. We are ready. We are set. We are go. Here at Loudon, and contact already between Bouchard and Hollingsworth. Not sure what that was about. But Bouchard going to try the outside line here as they come out of turn 2. And into the wall goes Bouchard already. And Chris Bouchard in big trouble early on. As there goes Ray Black Jr. to the inside. A big field there just coming for the field there. We've got one coming down pit road. That's Sean Weaver. Not sure what that's about, but he's making his way. Kevin Paskowicz starting to make his way through the field. He's working to the outside of Lonnie Barrington right now. As we've got a big wreck on the... and that might be... Who is that? No one's... We've got someone out there. That's Ray Black Jr. and Tanner Koster. Let's take a look at that again. Ray Black Jr. defending from Tanner Koster. Koster going to try the inside line here. And we are under caution right now. And a little like contact between the two. And it definitely was. They both wrecked to the infield. And that is enough to bring out the first caution of the night here at New Hampshire. Ray Black Jr. and Tanner Koster in the wars already. So we've got some takers down pit road already. Nate Siefka is one of them. I'm seeing Michael Atkins Jr. the other one. Ronnie Osmond is another one. Ronnie Osmond running a special paint scheme here tonight. Let's go to the camera here and we can actually see what he's running. And see on the back of the truck there it says congrats Mac. So supporting Mac for after his operation, and now in recovery. Mac, if you're watching, people are showing their support for you. Steve currently out of pit road as well. He's running the Exalter scheme here tonight. Pile of Vickery. See right there in the Full Sail University paint scheme. Chad Witt just there in the John Deere number 77. He's going to bring it back to pit road right now. There's Ronnie Osborne, as we've already just seen. He's got very nice paint scheme there. Michael Atkins Jr. Mike Whitaker with the blue tie-dye again is back. Johnny Antonucci there in the 59 Mobile 1 entry here tonight. And there's Ty Harris making his return to the series in the 14 Heisenfeld machine. There is Kevin Pasky just who's outside of P23. And looks like we're getting ready to get going again soon. And what can Chris Bouchard do here? He got a bit of damage on that right side. You can see it right there. After scraping the wall coming out of 2 on the very first lap here tonight. And I forgot to mention it, but we are, as you see on the top right hand side of your screen, we are sponsored by iRacing iFlag. Remember to get your iFlag, go to iRacingIFlag.com, get your very own iFlag, and if you put in the promo code esports 2019, you will get your very own iFlag with a 15% off. So yeah, go out and get your iFlag now. With that offer, that promo code, that's all for you guys from ESPN and iRacing iFlag. That's iRacingIFlag.com. So, we are going to go back to green here on lap 7 of 175. Jeff Hollingsworth gets the inside line. Chris Bouchard has the outside. Question is, can Bouchard get a better restart than he did the first time round? Only time will tell, but Jeff Hollingsworth, the pace car is off. He's going to be in control of the field now as we are back underway here on lap 7 of 175. Clean restart there by Hollingsworth. Bouchard in 7th. Jordan Barry is up to 4th, but has Rob Jenkins to his inside there to come out of 2. David Bigger there just ahead of Mark Jenkins, who's going to dive it in there. And Jordan Barry's in the wall. Not what you want to see this early in the race. We're not even 10 laps in and he's already hitting the wall. And he's falling back into the clutches of David Bigger and Mark Jenkins. Jenkins and Bigger almost getting into it as well. And David Bigger's losing the back end and he's around into the barrier. We've got somebody else losing it down. It's a big wreck. Big wreck. I can't see who that is. Somebody was barrel rolling there. I didn't quite see who that was. Yeah. Is it Baker? No. Let's go back and see who that was. That was the 19 of Francois Pelletier that was flipping through the air. Let's take another look and see what happened there. We saw what happened to David Bigger. Lost the backhand after a bit of contact with Mark Jenkins, but Frenchy lost it as well as Ronnie Osmer. Let's take a look from Ronnie Osmer's point of view because he had a big loss of momentum there. Wow! No, it wasn't Ronnie Osborne. What? Back to Ronnie Osborne. But out of 4. Oh, got into it. Looks like with Ty Harris and somebody else back there as well. As that just caused a big melee with everybody. Nate Siefker's involved. Tyler Vickery's involved. Sean Weaver involved. Ray Black Jr. putting it on the binders and managing to get out of it. Robert Dudley's involved. Michael Atkins Jr. involved. And Johnny Antonucci involved as well. As we've got a lot of trucks on pit road right now. One blinking very heavily. That would be Robert Dudley, I believe. And it is. We've still got a few people in pit road. Kevin Paskowitz has just come out of pit road. There is Ray Black Jr. coming into pit road. So interesting there. But back at the front, Jeff Hollingsworth still not made a pit stop yet. He is still the leader. Rob Jenkins got up to second. Bouchard has just been in pit road though, so no surprise there already. Tanner Koster back up to the top 5, capitalising on the quick caution. He's right behind Ron Holyfield, who is riding in the 1. A bit further back, Matthew Tyrrell is there in the purple 78. As Tim Racino, actually was Racino that was involved in the wreck with Ronnie Osborne. I need to find who the other one was because he was driving a blue truck and it wasn't bigger. Might have been Harrison Chandler, and you can tell by the damage on the truck it might have been. So he is already in the wars there, and he was involved in a big way in that wreck between himself, Tim Racino, and Ronnie Osborne, who got the worst of it. But we are going to go back to green right here. The lights are off on the pace car. Caution number 2 about to come to an end. Jeff Hollingsworth, still your leader here. Pace car is about to make that hard left turn back into pit road again. There he goes, as Hollis is going to hold him down slightly, and away we go. Green flag is out once again. And Hollingsworth going to lead them into turn 1. Got the Jenkins brothers right behind him, as Tanner Koster making a move there for 4th place, and he gets it done on Ron Holyfield. Holyfield starting to fall backwards now, as here comes Chris Bouchard on the fresher tyres. As Hollingsworth getting very close to the wall there. That's not what you want to see from him this early in the race. So Ron Holyfield falling backwards now, as here comes Brandon Stokes to the outside of the 1. And lots of close racing action here at New Hampshire. Matthew Tyrrell just right behind Holyfield now. There's Jordan Barry as well. And Racino and Doss getting into it back there as well. I was got one getting shuffled out at the back there. That looks like it's Mark Jenkins, and it was. And that was Tanner Koster forcing his way up to 3rd place. Here comes Brandon Stokes to the inside of Mark Jenkins now. And Stokes gets it away from Jenkins, as here comes Bouchard. He's going to be the next one to try and make a move. The bottom line seems to be the favourable line right now. Or does it? Actually, it may not be, as Jenkins very close to the wall, Jordan Barry hits the wall. Further back, Francois Pelletier recovering after his spin right behind teammate David Bigger, right in front of Lonnie Barrington right now. There is Barrington. And they are about a second ahead of Johnny Antonucci, who has Tyrone Harris right behind him. Nate Siefka, Ronnie Osborne, Kevin Pasky all running together right now. There goes Siefka around the outside of Sean Weaver, who is 2 laps down. Harrison Chandler is back there. And Ray Black Jr., after that such a good start, he's back there in P21, just ahead of Hoot Baker. There's Hoot Baker just ahead of Robert Dudley. Tyler Vickery back there in P24. Remember, you can watch his camera from a first-person perspective. Just click on that little suitcase at the bottom of your screen as Paskwich is around. Problems for Paskwich. It looks like he got into it with... Oh no, he got into it all by himself, and wow, let's go back and watch that a bit more. Lost the back end. Tried to save it and nearly collected Nate Siefka in the process. So unfortunate circumstances for the PHOA man, driving for Phenomenal Evolution. Back up and running again, but he's going to need to do some repairs on that truck. As the only 2 drivers that have not pitted yet tonight are Jeff Hollingsworth and Rob Jenkins. Actually, there's 4. Mark Jenkins and Ron Holyfield, but neither of those guys have pitted either. And now Rob Jenkins is going to bring it in, and he's going to bring everybody with him except for Jeff Hollingsworth. Mike Whittaker going to stay out here. Racino going to stay out. Oh, that's Pelletier actually. Sorry, I apologise. And Chad Witt, he is 1 lap down. He's going to get the lucky dog here. Maybe not, because there goes Sean Weaver. You've got to fall back in line there, sir, Mr. Chadwick. Can't be jumping the line that quickly, as we've got people streaming out of pit road right now. There goes Lonnie Barrington, and there goes Johnny Antonucci. David Bigger, Nate Siefka. Out again comes Harrison Chandler. And Ray Black Jr. is still sitting on pit road. I believe that's Ray Black Jr. And it is Ray Black Jr. So here comes Paskwich. It looks like he's burned his fast repair. I take that back, he has not. He's still got that bent tailgate. But he's just made a pit stop for tyres and fuel. Jeff Hollingsworth is the only driver out there that's not pitted yet. I wonder if that might hurt him in the near future. So, Hollingsworth, the leader. Pelletier is in second. He's the second man that's on the longest stint on his tyres. He's got 11 laps on those tyres at the moment. And you've got Rob Jenkins, Tanner Koster, Brandon Stokes is right there. Chris Bouchard is right there. Matthew Tyrrell just... I believe this is his debut here tonight, so good to see him out there and in the top 10 on his first race. Jordan Barry is in 9th, and Mark Jenkins rounds out your top 10 here. You can see Sean Weaver into pit road. It's not Sean Weaver, who is that? Tyler Vickery in pit road. Lights are off on the pace car. Vickery is still in pit road. So what can Jeff do here? He has got 22 laps on those tyres, so he is going to have to hope for a miracle or a quick caution to try and get those get that pit stop, because he's going to get eaten alive if he's not careful as they go through 3 and 4. Can Jeff hold on here as we get them going again? Green flag is out again. And already Pelletier on the attack, and Koster and Jenkins fighting it out behind them. They're side by side as they go through 1 and 2. You got Bouchard and Stokes in, side by side as they go towards 3 and 4. And Pelletier starting to lose ground here. As here comes Rob Jenkins to the inside of Pelletier. And they need to be careful because they don't want to lose ground on Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth has those old tyres, let's not forget. So once they get to him, they get in front of Frenchie, they will get to him. As Rob Jenkins finally gets the pass done, Brandon Stokes is going to be the next one to go past. Tanner Koster actually is in 3rd now. Chris Bouchard up to 5th actually, sorry. Tim Racino is up to 6th place now. As Pelletier still falls backwards here, back in P9 now. Staying out on those older tyres might not have been the best idea for the man in the 19. There goes Mark Jenkins to his outside. Next up will be Ron Holyfield. We've got one in the wall again. That looks like Jordan Barry again. Can't stay away from that wall, can you, Mr. Barry? Like a magnet. Like his car's magnetised to the wall. But anyway, Jeff Hollingsworth now starting to be caught by Brandon Stokes, who's now moved up to 2nd. Rob Jenkins is your man in 3rd place. Tanner Koster is still remaining in 4th and is keeping Rob Jenkins very honest right now. Almost right on the tailgate. Almost. And howdy to Adam Chapman is in the chat right now. So anybody that fancies giving him crap, then he's right there. Sorry, Adam. I'm just going to perform a miracle while this race is going on. As almost shenanigans there between Koster and Bouchard. Bouchard going to take away 3rd place. It's Brandon Stokes now to the point as Jeff Hollingsworth. Those old tyres are starting to fade away, but he's going to come back at him. Not going to give up that easily. But it might be too much there for those old tyres, as here comes Bouchard now. Try and take away that 2nd place from Hollingsworth. As that's Bouchard in the wall in a big way, and caution's out. Let's take a little look there as, yeah. Wow, spun right in front of Hollingsworth. Ball came up to him. Nobody else wrecked, so that little incident there for Bouchard was good enough to bring out the caution here. And now, will Jeff Hollingsworth finally bring it down pit road? And we're under caution number 4 here. Jeff Hollingsworth in 2nd, but Brandon Stokes is your new leader. And with that, we're going to go and take a little break ourselves. We'll be right back with some more racing action from the Pasky Cardiac Cup Series, the Truck Series, I apologise. We'll be right back.
Boy, these iRacing iFlag cars are fast tonight.
You know, Todd, I guarantee you, Brown, Leonardi, Weaver, Capert, and Pena are all using their products from their sponsor tonight to give them the upper hand over the competition.
Well, how can I get fast like those guys?
Well, that's easy, Todd. You gotta head over to iRacingIFlag.com.
And we're back live here at Loudon. Lights have just gone off on the pace car. We are ready to get them going once again. Brandon Stokes will be your man to bring him back to the green. Matthew Tyrrell has promoted himself to second place with a fantastic stop. He only took 2 tyres. That's why he's up to second place now. Chris Bouchard is in third. He might have just got that damage fixed a little bit as we're waiting for the pace car to duck on off into pit road. Jeff Hollingsworth finally made his pit stop. He's back there in P4 as Brandon Stokes has got the outside line as the pace car is about to make the hard left turn and holding them down, and now we finally go. We're back on the green once again. And can they all hold on this time round? We've still got everybody apart from Michael Atkins Jr. still in this race as they're going to be almost 3 and 4 wide back there. Everybody just needs to show a bit of patience as we're looking at Jordan Barry now. On the outside of Mark Jenkins right now, and look who's right behind him. Ronnie Osmond starting now. Decided to make his way through the field. He's on the inside of Devon Doss right now. He's got Nate Siefka right behind him. Siefka fancies a run now on the outside of Osmer. And Osmer going to dive it in there very aggressively. And I was informed during the by one of our viewers, Mr. Tyler Dudley, that somebody spun in the back to bring out the last caution. So well spotted there, Tyler. I knew you were some kind of use anyway. A bit further back in the field, there is Sean Weaver, who's now back on the lead lap. He's fighting with Hoot Baker for the 20th spot in this race, as Ray Black Jr. is right there as well. He's chasing down Hoot Baker, and Tyler Vickery is right there ahead of David Bigger and Kevin Paskovich. Ron Harleyfield has fallen all the way back to P26 with Chad Witt, the last man running. He's 2 laps down and has got a very much an uphill struggle to get back into this race. And meanwhile, back at the front, Jeff Hollingsworth is your man in third, but here comes Tanner Koster on the 4th place guy. He's challenging to the inside of Chris Bouchard. No love lost between these two as we've seen in the past. And Bouchard very close to the wall again. We see Siefka and Osmer side by side as they go towards turn 3 as well. Always fun when you see these two battling it out. when it comes to driving talent, they are very equal, and Koster and Bouchard getting into it there. They're getting back up and running again, but they are going to be seriously damaged now. Let's take another look and see what happened there. Looks like Koster lost the back end of the truck and just collected Bouchard. Bouchard going to get a bit of damage out of that, and so is, as we've got someone in the wars, that is going to be Chris Bouchard. There's somebody else around there that looks like it was Brandon Stokes. What happened to Stokes? Lost the back end coming out of turn 2. Let's take another look at that. Lost the back end, tried to save it, but went around right in front of everybody behind him. And the bad luck for Brandon Stokes seems to continue right now, as Bouchard went around as well. The 5 cautions already here at New Hampshire, and we're only on lap 39. Everybody else coming pit side again, apart from Jeff Hollingsworth and Robert Dudley, who's staying out right now. Dudley's been involved in a couple of incidents that weren't his fault, so unfortunate for him there. But he's had a pretty he's a pretty quiet driver anyway, and will have a tendency to sneak up on you if you're not careful, as Chad Witt finally gets his lucky dog. For the 2 no-limit races there, Jeff Hollingsworth and Robert Dudley together on track now, so that could make things interesting for everybody else behind them, because those two, once they get together, they're almost unstoppable, to be fair. David Bingham makes it up to 3rd place. He only took fuel by the looks of things. Didn't take any tyres whatsoever. Devin Doss up to the P4. Matthew Tyrrell still in the top 5. Mark Jenkins at P6. The spin for Brandon Stokes dropped him all the way down to P17, just ahead of Hoot Baker, who's now in the top 20. Ronnie Osmer fell back a bit as well, but he's got damage on his truck, so kind of understandable there. As Chad Witt's going to bring it pit side for his stop there. Kevin Pasky is out of the truck, it seems. They've been there for over a minute, so not sure what is going on there, but he's finally making it back out of pit road as the pack is coming up towards him. He's already lost 1 lap due to being in pit road, but didn't want to lose 2 as the lights finally go off on the pace car again. So for the 4th time tonight, Jeff Hollingsworth is going to be in charge of a restart. How much of a success will this restart be? Devin Doss and everybody else behind him on fresh tyres. David Bigger, 10 laps on his tyres. Robert Dudley and Jeff Hollingsworth, 11 laps on their tyres. So interesting strategies for both of them, all 3 of those guys, as they come through turn 3 and 4. We are going to get this thing going once again. Pace car is off. As Jeff Hollingsworth gets on the loud pedal, we are back under green here at Loudon. Everybody looks like they're making it round safely. That's good, but David Bigger got problems. Bigger is in trouble. What happened to David Bigger is anybody's guess. He just slowed down. Not sure what's going on there. He's up to speed again. I think he just wanted to fall to the back again. But Jeff Hollingsworth is in second. Devin Doss Devin Doss is in second. Mark Jenkins in third now. And Matthew Tyrrell trying to put a move on Mark Jenkins. But Jenkins himself going to put a move on Tyrrell's teammate Devin Doss as to come out of turn 4. And Jenkins going to get it done as there is an incident there. That's Rob Jenkins nerfing someone into the wall, I believe. That was Racino. No, it was... Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, Racino using the old Arca brake there. So let's go back to Rob Jenkins and find out what happened there. Lost the back end of the truck, got into the wall. Hit Nate Sifka hard. Racino got a piece of it. Looks like Pelletier got a piece of it as well. And it looks like Ronnie Osmond was in it too. I know Lonnie Barrington got a big hit as well. That's going to jar your insides when you get hit like that. The rear cam. Boom! That was a hit by Cena on Lonnie Barrington, and you can see the mayhem behind him. We're under caution number 6 here now, and you got to think that people need to really calm down. Jeff Hollingsworth brings in pit side again. And we have some 10X fans in the room. That's Mr. Chris Walker. Speaking of Mr. 10X, he took part with myself, alongside myself, and a host of other drivers in the 6 hours of the Glen last night, driving for Team ESPN. If you missed the live stream we put on yesterday, go back and watch it. That was a load of fun. One warning though, a lot of cuss words in that one, so a bit of a parental advisory there. Just if you don't like cuss words on a live stream, then cover your ears. So, Tim Racino has put his truck on the hauler. And Nate Sifka wants to join me in the booth. So we are going to grab Mr. Sifka. And we are going to invite him up to the booth. Nate, unfortunate circumstances there, sir.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. You know, this is my favorite racetrack, and it's definitely not my favorite after tonight, that's for sure. Probably my fastest time I've been kicked out of a race.
Yeah, it probably is your fastest retirement ever. I mean, big kick in the pants, though. I mean, it looks like you were racing very well out there, and just that wall hit for Rob Jenkins was enough to end your night here tonight.
Yeah, just got caught up in incidents, you know, that incident with Jenkins, and then, you know, just getting nowhere to go in a massive pileup on the backstretch. You know, stuff like that happens. It's New Hampshire. So it's really unfortunate, but, you know, I guess next time I race I'll have to be wary of that. But, you know, we got a race to watch now.
Yeah, and you're back in the booth with me, so that's a first for the long time, for First time in a long time.
While, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been probably a good couple months since I've done this, so
Yeah.
probably a little rusty.
Why don't you get us going for the first time in a long time?
Well, I'll be glad to. It looks like Mark Jenkins gonna have the field in control here. Hopefully, as a, it's really just a difficult racetrack. But you know what? These restarts have actually been really difficult. Seems like some issues on upshifts. I don't know if you've noticed that, Sam.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, it seems like some issues on upshifts. Anyway, we got Mark Jenkins. He's going to lead us to the green here. He's got Devin Doss on his outside. But here, Mark's in control as he's coming out of 3 on the 4 now. The pace car is going to dip down here, and Mark has control. He's going to hold him, and he decides to go. The green flag is out, and Mark leads us away here in New Hampshire.
Yeah, and gets a clean start. Everybody looks like they're getting away clean, but can they make it round the whole lap this time? That's the question. Mark's brother Rob, he is back there somewhere. He's hoping to have a clean restart, and there's Robert Dudley, Harrison Chandler.
Sideways they're gonna go. Hollingsworth, that's a huge bunch of them.
And Hollingsworth involved in that as well.
Whitaker's involved, a couple others involved. Big guys with like just an issue there. It looks like the 29 there of Harrison Chandler just kind of didn't realize Dudley was so close there.
And that seems to be a bit of a problem here tonight. We're having a few drivers that are, I hate to be a bit blunt here, but driving a bit over almost.
Yeah, Antonucci just got pit maneuvered by Vickery there.
And let's not forget, you can go and watch Vickery's point of view from if you click the little suitcase at the bottom of the screen. As you see, Antonucci's incident right there in the Melbourne 159. Yeah.
Well executed pit maneuver. I mean, if this was a police academy, that would be a 10 out of 10.
Pretty much. So,
I'm sure the sergeant would be really proud of him. So, you want to talk to anybody? I mean, I think we should need to talk to somebody. I'm getting a little. I think we haven't done that in a while, have we?
Yeah, why don't you
I
talk?
haven't done an interview in a while. I just realized.
You should do an interview.
Well, who should I do then?
Let's talk to Chris Bouchard.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, am I dragging him up or do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead and drag him up. I'm doing something real quick.
Let's go.
Oh no, it's Brandon Stokes, wrong one. Sorry. I dragged the wrong one.
Oh no.
There you go.
Hey, it's Chris. It's Nate up in the booth, actually. How you doing?
Hi.
So you seem
I'm
to
Chris.
be. You're Chris. Anyway, it seems like you're a little difficulty of a night. We've seen you get into the wall, but other than that, how you feeling out there?
Oh my god, this thing's terrible.
I can confirm that it is pretty awful. but
Yeah, I'm just, it's just all about getting drive off, just being really easy on the throttle, downshifting and upshifting at the right times.
Yeah, it seems like you got a little bit of damage on your right front. Have you taken a fast repair yet, or is it just not? Is it just different damage from that hit?
I don't know if I've taken a fast repair at all. I don't really want to check, but yeah, I've been taking damage, but really I don't think it matters that much here, especially with these short runs, and it's really all mechanical grip here.
Well, tell us what do you expect to get out of the rest of the race here? Do you think in the top 3 on the cards, or are you just hoping to survive at this point?
If I can come home with a top 5 at a track that I bought yesterday, I'll be really happy.
I'd be very happy with that too. Well, we'll let you go, Chris. Have a good luck for the rest of the race.
All right, thank you.
So that was Chris Bouchard in the car, in the booth with us right now. I was going to say in the car, but we're not in the car. We're actually in the booth, so that makes it pretty pointless. But anyway, Bouchard up in the top 5. Mark Jenkins going to have another stab at getting a restart. The only person that's actually restarted on the outside line is the man currently sitting back in P4 right now. That is Brandon Stokes. Matthew Tyrrell to his inside. Sean Weaver has made his way back up to the top 5 after being 2 laps down at one point.
A pretty impressive run from him so far, gotta say that.
Well, we've had enough caution so we can do so.
Absolutely.
But here comes Mark Jenkins again. We're back under green once again. Can we finally get a run going here? As they're going to dive it into turn one once again. Mark Jenkins in control of the field. Go a bit further back. Everybody seems to be looks like they're giving everybody's giving each other space right now, and I can understand why.
Probably the neatest restart we've seen all night so far. It actually kind of singled out really quickly, as it looks like a couple guys really struggling to get the tires working back on this restart here.
Yeah, and one of those people that's struggling is actually Ray Black Jr. Seen him go a couple of corners sideways, so trying to get some heat in those tires. Mark Jenkins, though, no such problems for him. He's in control of the field right now as everybody's stacking up behind him. And Bouchard gets contact with Matthew Tyrrell. What a save by Tyrrell.
That was a good save by all involved there. They were all sideways. I was just going to, oh no, Ronnie's sideways. He's going to keep it. He does. Good work from Ronnie there.
I thought we were watching a truck race. I didn't realize we were watching drifting. As there goes Lonnie Barrington.
Oh no. Oh man, he was having a good night too.
And he got punted by Devin Doss.
Oh, that was
Jordan
Tanner.
Barry.
That was Tanner that got Lonnie.
Yeah, and it was Jordan Barry that punted him.
Tanner started it, and he just happened to finish it.
Yep.
It seems like with the different lanes that you have to run, it's just really a lot of this has happened. We've seen this on the exit of a ton of corners. Is that they get out of the corners, but the different lines means the different launch angles on the straightaway, and we're seeing this contact primarily due to the fact that we got these different launch angles, and they just happen to meet in the middle, and they can't control it either.
Yeah, Chris Walker just commented. He says, "Looks like the drivers are playing the drinking game as well as the broadcasters." So, I kind of think he's right, you know. And Chris Walker said he is a fan of the. He is a. What did he say? Oh yeah, Nate Siefka TEDx fan here. So, yeah.
Gotta support all my fans, every single one of them. You know, Chris included, and Connor, and my beautiful girlfriend. She's always a great fan of mine. She actually, even though she had to leave to go to work, she actually kept up on our broadcast that we had yesterday, checking up on her progress. So,
oh, wow.
Kudos to her.
I think she was the only one, but yeah, kudos. But we got people from all over iRacing that were in that split, actually, that going back and watching that broadcast. I mean, we had the race winner from yesterday who was driving the Wolfpack car. Reach out to me, leave a message. I think it was on the broadcast, or leave a message on the one of the broadcasts that was shared around on Facebook, and said, "Yeah, we were in that split with you. We were the ones that won the race. We were driving the Wolfpack car." I was like, "Wow, that's so cool. These guys are actually reaching out." Split.
Yeah, that's one cool thing about iRacing, you know, is that, you know, so many paths meet. You know, I mean, I think we saw Friday night. We saw the SimPit guys in Eurosim.
Yeah.
And so we got to watch you in that, and then stuff like that. You know, iRacing is a cool community when it comes to stuff like that. You know, people getting together and you know, just talking about the race. You know, iRacing can be pretty hostile at times, but it can also be a pretty cool group of guys at the same time.
Yeah, and it's looking pretty hostile out on the track right now. With the amount of cautions we've had already, we're only 60 laps into this thing, and we're already under our 8th caution. But another cool thing that was pointed out to me yesterday after the race is that another car was actually running the same sponsor that we were on the ESPN Prime car last night. That was the iRacing iFlag. And don't forget, you can visit iRacingIFlag.com to get your very own iFlag, and make sure you put the promo code esports 2019 in, and you will get 15% off your very own iFlag. So make sure you visit the website, get yourself an iFlag now, and get yourself a decent deal.
Yep, bought mine the other day, actually. I think it was when you announced that deal, Sam, is when I bought my iFlag. Got a lime green cover and a black case, I think is what I did. So going for the brightness factor, so I make sure I can see it at all times. But yeah, it's pretty cool that we have an official partner here now at ESPN with iFlag, and you know, they've done a lot of things for us. We're really glad to have them on board for sure.
Yeah, and I'm happy so much so that I'm actually going to put them on the. I might put them on all the cars for Spa. You know.
I think they deserve it. You know, they've only been with us probably what now 5 days and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, we've gotten a lot of support from them in just that little bit. So I mean, it's really cool to see what they've done for us. But you know, just stuff like that is really cool. But we're glad to have iFlag on board.
Absolutely. As the lights are off on the pace car again, Mark Jenkins gonna take a third swing at getting this restart successfully done. But this time he's going to have Devin Doss to his outside. Going to be interesting there. Watch the man on the outside of the second row. That is Jeff Hollingsworth. He's led the most laps here tonight. Would love to get back to the front again as we're back on the green again. And
the corner when he left.
Yeah. Just eager to get it going again. We're looking back for the field. That's Matthew Tyrrell there to the outside of Mike Whitaker. Whitaker.
Oh, no.
Oh, again. As that is Robert
Man.
Dudley again.
He's had some poor luck.
Let's take another look at that. And that was instigated by Kevin Paskowicz this time.
It
Paskowicz.
looked like he just got in there too hard.
Yeah.
He was sideways before he hit Dudley.
Charlie Antonucci was in it again. I mean, can this guy really catch a break? Really?
And the commentator's curse continues as Chris Bouchard is nowhere to go, literally nowhere to go in that incident.
Yeah. So the reigning champ just not having it all his own way. There you can see it from Bouchard's point of view. There's absolutely nowhere to go, and into the wall he goes. So
you know, I don't want to be that guy, but I gotta blame Ronnie on this one. He picked a poor racetrack.
yeah, he did.
I think we can all. I think I'll just put this out there. I don't ever want to see this racetrack again.
Speaking of people that are in charge, Kevin Paskowicz angrily bringing his truck into pit road, and you can pretty much say that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he won't want to see New Hampshire ever again. But it's they do well on a track that's over a mile, but when they come to the shorter tracks, they seem to struggle.
Yeah, it seems like that. I mean, it's 1.06 miles, and it just races like a big Martinsville. It's literally how it is, you know, just not as hard braking, but you get stuff like this where you just get guys going in too hard. You know, there hasn't been an incident tonight that I think has been, you can say, oh, that was, you know, just a brain fart. It's just been racing and just different lines. So I don't think we can say that this is just a poor class of the field. It's just the fact that we're just hard racing and just happens to catch people.
Yeah. It's definitely doing that as Brandon Stokes, Sean Weaver and Ray Black Jr. bringing it down pit road now. Chris Bouchard understandably back in pit road again. He's going to get some more damage fixed right now. Chad Witt is in pit road. He was 4 laps down at one point. He's now back on the lead lap.
Still got 21 cars on the lead lap, which is quite considerable considering we had, what, 28 start, I believe? Yeah, 28 starts. So a lot of cars that started this race still have 21 on the lead lap. I think we have at least 24 on the racetrack still. So, I mean, it's pretty cool to see all these guys out here. But lots of cars, you know, you're going to get incidents like this. It's just the name of the game, really.
Yeah, it looked like Frenchy retired his truck at the same time as you, so he's out of this. Tim Racino and Michael Atkins Jr., the other two drivers that are out. Tim Racino retiring after being involved in the wreck that took you out of the race, so that was the end of his night on his debut here tonight, actually. And Michael Atkins Jr., the bad luck continues for him from Friday. Had a good race for the most part at Phoenix on Friday, but it just all fell apart for him, and he ended up I think he ended up out of the race, actually, if I remember rightly. So unfortunate for Atkins Jr. tonight.
I mean, let's talk about some guys that have moved up through the field. Devin Doss started P21 on the field. He's currently 3rd. Whitaker started 25th. He's up to 5th. Hoot man, he's in 11th right now. So really, the common theme with all three of those is that they really haven't gotten into trouble all night. So it just shows that keeping a clean car is very important to getting close to the front.
Yeah. And the biggest mover, actually, I believe, is actually Devin Dock. He's moved up from 21st to 3rd.
Actually, Whitaker's moved up 20 places, so he is actually the biggest mover.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Whitaker hopefully going to have. He's hoping he has a better race here tonight. He retired very early at Daytona last week. As Nate, I believe it's your turn to get us going this time.
Absolutely. This is what the 4th time Jenkins is gonna take us to the field. Actually, look at this. I don't think I did just realize this. We have a Jenkins front row.
Yeah, the Jenkins brothers locking out the front row.
So it'll be interesting to see how they play here on the start. But
Judy's
anyway,
going to be happy.
I bet she is. Shout out to Judy. She watches all our broadcasts that these two are involved with, so it's pretty cool to see them involved. Anyway, Mark's going to lead him to the field. He's going to see if he's going to go right when he did last time. He was actually off the pace car quite a bit. It's going to be interesting to see when he goes. He's holding them to get. The pace car drifts down, and Mark's holding, still now going. And we are back to green here in New Hampshire.
Yeah, and we're underway. And to turn 1, can they do it this time?
Oh, big wiggle from Mark there.
Yeah. And everybody giving space, but oh, I see someone getting out of shape in the back there. That was Sean Weaver. Or in the midfield, actually. Lonnie Barrington going to the inside of him. Brandon Stokes.
Back under. Looks, at least on my screen it says that.
Yeah, we're back under caution.
Don't know where it's at.
I don't know either. Ah, there it is, Paskwich. Paskwich got sideways. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Coming down the backstretch.
Great work from him to keep it off the wall, but wow, just a lot of rear brake in that one.
Yeah, and Bouchard. Oh my god. I had to put it on the binders there, really warming the brakes there. I'll tell you, the most frustrated driver out there right now must be Mark Jenkins. He's out there.
I think he's probably quite happy. I mean, he's in the lead. He hasn't had to use his tires. He's just loving life at the front. I don't see why he'd be upset.
Yeah, he's an out-and-out racer though. He just loves to turn laps and get at speed though.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I speak on behalf of all these drivers and probably you and me, Sam. But I mean, we don't like cautions. Nobody does. So it's just unfortunate that we have this. But that's the nature of this racetrack, and it just it sucks. But yeah, it's just how it goes.
It is. Anyway, while they're under caution again, we're going to go for our second commercial break here tonight. We'll be back with some more Pasky's action. Do not go anywhere as we're going to hear some words from our sponsor, iRacing iFlag. And
Boy, these iRacing iFlag cars are fast tonight.
Todd, I guarantee you, Brown, Leonardi, Weaver, Capert, and Pena are all using them products from their sponsor tonight to give them the upper hand over the competition.
Well, how can I get fast like those guys?
Well, that's easy, Todd. You gotta head over to iRacingIFlag.com.
And we're back. Pace car lights are off. We're coming through turn 4. We're about to get them going. There goes the pace car. And we're back on the green once again. Mark Jenkins having another stab at getting back into this race, or getting this race back as it should be, under green. And they seem to be struggling to do that so far here tonight as Devin Doss forces his way past Rob Jenkins now.
That was a good move by Doss. He needed to do that right there. Really committed. Didn't quite get into the mark. Got in front of Rob. That was a good move from him.
Yeah, as Matthew Tyrrell's trying to join him up there. Trying to get there with his teammate, but look at Ronnie Osmer trying that bottom line, and Hollingsworth is around and gets it to Osmer.
Oh no! This is gonna back. Oh, this is gonna block the track. Oh no! This is gonna take out at least 6 cars from this race. Wow!
And it was Hollingsworth in that one this time.
Well, that's just old tires right there. That's all that was.
Yeah, 22 laps on the tires.
Yeah, got on the marbles. It looked like he was really high compared to everyone else we've seen tonight, and it just stepped. He'd been on the power for a while there, and he just got. It looks like he was just higher than usual there.
Oh, Osmer getting a big hit there.
Yeah, Osmer was nowhere to go for literally anyone. I mean, he had the track blocked. Whitaker plowed into him. Black plowed into him. Koster Dudley plowed into him. Lots and lots of cars got into that.
You might want to have a word with one of your teammates.
Ooh, why would he do that?
Look at what he did to Ronnie.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names, but it's clear as day on the broadcast, so it just needs to, yeah. So that is a perpetual junkyard on the front stretch. So Jenkins is going to try a 6th time to get it going again as his brother Rob Jenkins brings the pit side, and Jeff Hollingsworth going to bring it in as well. Harrison Chandler, Chris Bouchard, Karen Paskowicz, Lonnie Barrington, David Biggett, Chad Witt and Tyler Vickery going to bring it down as well. Vickery was involved in that in a big way. He was pinned against the inside pit wall.
You know, he actually, looking back at that, Vickery did actually a pretty good job to not get in that more than he did.
He still got pinned against the wall though.
Yeah, but I mean, he was in a pocket basically, and he just a shot to the inside wall is all he took there. I mean, he didn't. I'm
gonna go back to Osmer's wreck actually, because the way he landed. Let's go back and find out. See what happened. The way he landed. Oh, it's not going to show it, is it? He gets flipped by right there, and he just inconspicuously lands right between Whittaker and Vickery. As Ace Ventura would say, like a glove.
As Tony would say, it's a 9, a 9, and a 3 for the Romanian judge.
Yeah, the Romanian judge sucks.
So I mean, looking at how many cars were involved in that, at least 8 cars took contact in that incident.
Yeah, Jordan Barry and Ronnie Osmer taking considerable time in pit road. Franchi is taking it behind the wall now. Finally, Ron Holyfield is back up to speed, but he's 3 laps down. Ronnie Osmer is out of the truck actually, so I'm guessing he might be out of this one now.
He's taking some hits tonight, so if I had to guess, I might be done.
Yeah, Robert Dudley's out of the truck as well, so he might be out. And Jeff Hollingsworth finally leaving pit road. He's staying on the lead lap, but it looks like he's just taking his fast repair actually.
I see a crinkle on the left front
yeah.
of Hollingsworth, so
maybe not. Ooh. So Hollingsworth in the wars. Going to be an uphill task to replicate the win he got last week. But question is, when are Doss and Mark Jenkins going to bring a pit side? They have 38 laps on their tyres. I've got a feeling they're going to get eaten alive on this restart.
So Sam, I just went through the field to look at all the cars and guess how many cars have no damage.
None.
8.
8?
Believe it or not. 8.
Would that be because they've taken the fast repair just now?
I would guarantee it. That's the case.
Actually, I haven't seen either Doss or Mark Jenkins in a scrape tonight. Neither has Matthew Tyrrell, to be fair. So,
and that's the point we've made about that. Doss was a big one about moving forward and not getting involved in anything yet.
So for Mark Jenkins, as the pace car is off, we're going to finally get this going again. Can we get this going again? That's the question. We've got considerably less trucks on the track now, though. Jenkins going to lead it into turn 1. Look at Matthew Tyrrell. All over the back of his teammates.
Doss is looking. Doss is there.
Problem is, everybody behind them is on fresher tyres. Behind the top 3, that is.
Ooh, Mark sliding. Ooh, this is going to be close. Look at that gaggle back there on Bouchard.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got really sideways there. He's going to lose at least 3 spots here, maybe. Oh, just 2, it looks like.
Well, here comes Brandon Stokes to the outside. Matthew Tyrrell going slow through the corner as well on those older tyres. Here comes Rob Jenkins again. As Pasky and Bouchard getting into it back there. And it looks like Pasky finally burned his fast repair.
Well, he's got quite a bit of rear damage on that race car.
Oh, maybe not then. It's hard to tell. But we've finally got more than 2 laps in the books. On the green.
And now you're going to start to see the guys with the fresher tires start coming forward here.
Yep. Oh! Just did Rob Jenkins get into the wall there. That's going to cost him.
Just a crinkle. And let me look at, he's coming back at Doss here, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can get this drive off. Doss looks like he's struggling. Oh, Pasky is sideways. He's going through the grass. He's going to come back up. No! Oh, and it looks like nobody hits him. It looks like you may have gotten a little help, though.
Take a look at that. And yeah, it was Tanner Koster diving it in there, getting into the back of Pasky. Oh dear. I can see some drivers are going to be called to the big purple hauler after this one.
Koster just got in there a little too hard. And nowhere close to intentional. We gotta say that I haven't seen a single incident tonight that's been intentional or anything like that. But like that's just trying too hard at that point right there, because he realized he finally had the advantage because we have finally got the green flag lap, so he wanted to use it.
Yeah.
So can't blame Tanner for that, but just underestimated the grip he had.
So Mark Jenkins finally taking the pit side.
And he blew his pit stop.
And Mark Jenkins?
Yes, he blew his stall. He went right through it.
Yeah. So pit stops are underway right now. Let's go to the pit camera right now as we're gonna see who's gonna win the race off pit road. It's gonna be Mark Jenkins, followed by Matthew Tyrrell, followed by Brandon Stokes and Devon Doss. Chris Bouchard gonna get out as well. Looks like Ty Harris, and there is Harris and Chandler. And Pasky is back out as well. And there goes Ray Black Jr. Black Jr. has had a very anonymous race so far, apart from the wreck he got in at the start. But apart from that, he's been pretty quiet since then, which concerns me because you know when Ray Black's quiet, he's usually on a mission.
So we got some interesting people that stayed out there. We got Jenkins that stayed out. Tanner, which I think that was a surprise one that stayed out. And a couple others. Sean Weaver, who we talked about, was 2 laps down at one point. And Ron Hollifield, I think, is the other one who stayed out. So 4 guys stayed out.
Yeah, Ron Hollifield is 3 laps down though.
Oh, is he? Okay, I didn't quite notice that. The 3 guys of importance stayed out then.
Yeah.
And no offense to Ron, but yeah, I mean, in terms of the race that we're seeing right now.
let's see if we can get a longer run this time. We managed to get past, what, 3 laps this time round?
I think it was 3.
Can we beat that record this time round?
Just think, when we go... Oh, no, never mind. I got my math wrong, I think.
Actually, the record is like 15 laps. We got before the 3rd caution came out, or 4th caution.
You know, I don't think we're going to see a fuel run tonight, Sam. I don't think there's a point of even considering fuel mileage at all.
Not at all.
You know what? You probably could pit for fuel and it be your last pit stop at this rate. If you really wanted to.
I got a horrible feeling we're going to see all 3 green white checkers there tonight as well.
Probably. I mean, great for the show, but you know, probably really frustrating for these drivers.
Yeah. Absolutely. But anyway, we are 2 by 2 again as we've got 2 more joining at the back. It looks like David Bigger and Ray Black Jr. joining at the back. Rob Jenkins, we've got a different Jenkins leading them into the green this time round. So Rob Jenkins is going to be the man leading them to the green now, with Tanner Koster to his outside, Sean Weaver, and watch for Mark Jenkins because he's on fresh tyres. We're underway.
Wow, the poor start from Tanner. Tanner's going to be under pressure here.
Yeah. Here comes Mark Jenkins to the outside of Tanner Koster. Koster going to defend. And very effectively, we've got a slow truck on the apron. That's Devin Doss. Is it?
Barry.
No, Jordan Barry. So Rob Jenkins already stretching out a lead there as Tanner Koster trying to fend off Mark Jenkins. And Brandon Stokes is there too. Out of turn 4.
Stokes, we'll see what Stokes can do here. See if he can make it stick.
Oh. No, sideways!
Oh, no! Oh, wow, that was cool.
Wow. He saved it and he managed to stay behind Mark Jenkins, but here comes Matthew Tyrrell. Going to capitalise on that mistake by Brandon Stokes, and here comes Bouchard, and here comes Devin Doss as well.
Daniel Ricciardo here, he licked the stamp. He licked the stamp and tried to send it, and the post office sent it back.
Oh, we've got Mark Jenkins and they save it.
That was incredible. Now that's just over aggressiveness right there. He's trying to get past him. He's got the fresh tires, and it just got into him.
Yeah, Tanner Koster and Mark Jenkins are still both together, so watch for these two.
I'd keep your eye on this, Sam. This is going to be... If something's going to happen, it's right here.
Yeah, we know what happens with Tanner Koster when he gets annoyed.
I think Tanner realizes this isn't a fight. He's just not even getting to him yet. He knows this is a long race. We just went halfway, believe it or not.
Yeah, amazingly. As we've got Rob Jenkins up in the wall. That's going to give the lead to Brandon Stokes now.
Good recovery from him, especially when we saw him sideways about 3 laps ago.
Yeah, as there goes Matthew Tyrrell to the inside of Jenkins.
So what we're seeing here is that even though the Jenkins have been the class of the field, old tires does not your friend.
Doesn't matter how talented you are. So your current top 5 as it happens right now. Brandon Stokes is your leader. Rob Jenkins now down to 3rd, so just ignore that. Matthew Tyrrell is actually in 2nd. Chris Bouchard is in 4th, and Devin Doss in the top 5, and all over the back of Chris Bouchard right now.
And, you know, this is starting to see a proper green flag run here. And we're starting to see how long this field has been stretched out.
And he just jinxed it.
We got some battles, though, going on throughout the field, though.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, KP just blew an engine.
Oh,
KP just blew an engine.
Oh, no. Let's take another look. No. He blew it after he hit the wall.
I think he knew he was blowing up. He was trying to get out of the way. And that's strange. It's like he downshifted.
Yeah.
He's got considerable. I mean, he didn't blow up entirely, but he's got considerable engine damage after that.
Yeah, and
But he is way off the pace. He's barely getting to 100 miles an hour.
yeah, it looks like he's going to have to go in for a change of engine, unfortunately. But at the front, look at this battle for the lead. Brandon Stokes and Matthew Tyrrell going at it.
Sam, I don't know if you can get an onboard real quick with Matthew. I want to show the viewer something real quick.
Yeah, do you want gyro or cockpit?
Let's do cockpit.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. We got a wreck here somewhere.
Yeah, caution number 13 is out, and that is Tyrone Harris on his return to the series. Take a look and see.
I haven't looked yet. I'm going to say he got loose.
Oh no, he had some help. Ray Black Jr. getting into the back of Tyrone Harris.
So that looked like he was waiting for Sean, because Sean didn't get to the power as quickly as Tyrone thought he would. And Ray not seeing that, because it's really difficult to see that kind of angle. I mean, Tyrone's getting blocked from Sean's view, so Ray can't see the exit that Sean gets, and he just happened to tag him, and that's all it takes. It's just a little contact like that.
Absolutely. So Tyrone Harris, the latest man to bring out the caution here tonight, as he is circulating around the track again. He's back up and running. All it was a slight tap and a spin, so no harm, no foul for him, as everybody's going to bring a bit down pit road apart from David Bigger.
So David's trying to lead the lap, but this is going to be interesting to see how this battle off pit road works out.
Yeah, let's take a look at it right now as Jeff Hollingsworth finally hits his stall, and it looks like it's going to be Matthew Tyrrell out of pit road first, followed by his teammate Devin Doss. They both took 2 tyres.
Well, now we get to see how new tires works. It seems like when I noticed in the race, the percentage of the very initial bit of the run, the percentage didn't go down, but it went sharply down after about 5 laps. So knowing how many laps those two did, their right sides had to be at like 90, and their left sides had to be around 97. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two do when we go back to green.
Yeah, as David Bigger brings the pit side after leading that one. No, he didn't lead the lap actually. So Matthew Tyrrell's going to lead the lap.
So did David even lead the lap?
No, he didn't.
So that was pointless.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's the, so people think that's the way to do this. And this is, I'm going to point out some iRacing flaws here, is when people do that, they stay out that lap, they forget they have to, so the leaders, the actual leaders of the race, they'll come up behind, but you're going slower in pit road. There's a good chance you won't even lead the lap, and people don't realize that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see it in league races all the time, and races I'm in, and then other races you spectate here on ESPN, and people don't even lead the lap because they pit.
And we've only got 21 trucks left running. I actually made that 20 because Robert Dudley's been in pit road for a while now. Mark Jenkins has just took a pit side. Robert Dudley's back up and running again, but we've only got 21 trucks left running in this race now out of the 28 that started.
So, remarkably, KP only went a lap down with his engine, but he got the lap back due to a wave around.
And he's taking his fast repair finally.
So he finally burns it with 78 to go. Now the question is, can he keep the truck clean?
Oh, cleaner than Robert Dudley's. Look at the state of Robert Dudley's truck.
That vehicle is destroyed, and I'm quite amazed he's even
on the lead lap.
On the lead lap, exactly.
Actually, I'm amazed he's still in the race, let alone the lead lap.
He looks like he has a modified on that right front for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, at least he's getting a lot of airflow, so his tires must be staying plenty cool.
It looks like a person who's got an ear missing.
Anyway, we're about to go back to green, aren't we here?
Yeah, you got us go this time.
Oh, I haven't got a chance to call a Matthew Tyrrell start, but it looks like I'm going to get that opportunity now. He's holding him at 55 mile an hour. I'm going to hold him right until now. The green flag is back out. Doss with a really good start this time. He actually has a chance to challenge here on the outside.
Yeah, doesn't quite get it done though, as Tyrrell has the better line into turn 1, but look at the guys behind him. The two-tire strategy might not be working, as Chandler getting into the wall there out of 2. And look at the side-by-side action between Bouchard and...
He could go in there, he's going to smack the wall.
Big hit there for Rob Jenkins. Gonna lose a lot of momentum. Still manages to stay ahead of Sean Weaver though. Good run for him. Good recovery.
He kept that off the wall as much as he did. He sent that in there. He must have missed his braking zone entirely.
I'm detecting a few connection problems for Jeff Hollingsworth. That's not good. Oh, Bouchard scraping the wall as well. Forget the Darlington stripe.
That Chandler car is destroyed, Sam. I don't know if you can look at it. I mean, it's literally, it now is in the shape of Dudley's car.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see if he can even keep pace with the others here.
Well, here comes Rob Jenkins down and diving to the inside of Harrison Chandler.
Oh, he can't get the back end to stick. He's trying. He just can't quite get it to stick.
Going to try on the exit of turn 2 though. Side by side. Ooh, gets a bit sideways. Going to get the run going into 3 though, but that was very hairy there for the man in the 89.
Look, Jenkins is the only one I've really seen is really struggling to get that rear to stick in the center of the corner. Everyone else is doing a pretty good job. It looks like Jenkins is just getting really difficult exits here.
Yeah, speaking of the other Jenkins, Mark Jenkins
look
is now...
at this up here at second here. We got a nice little guy over here.
Yeah, Mark Jenkins is a lap down, so unfortunate for him. Devin Doss. Oh, Brandon Stokes is around. He saves it.
Good save from him. I was just about to say, it looked like he almost had too much room break the last time he went in there. And it proved me right there.
Yeah. Bouchard is going to be all over the back of him now, though. That's given Devin Doss a bit of a reprieve, though, as well. But for how long? Because they're coming up to the back of him again. And Jeff Hollingsworth looks like he's struggling there, or unless he's saving his tyres, because he's not really getting to the back of these guys.
Well, you gotta remember, he's got a little bit of damage, and every single person in front of him has a clean car right now. So that's got a partially to do with it here.
Compared to everybody else, that's pretty much a fucking flesh wound. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Compared to everybody else, that's pretty much a flesh wound.
Correct, absolutely. But man, we got some great racing here. But
yeah. Stokes now finally gets second away from Devin Doss.
We're going to see what Bouchard can do here. It looks like Bouchard is kind of the same place Hollingsworth is in. It's just kind of just riding right now. As Hollingsworth again kind of having some connection issues.
Yeah. So Hollingsworth, maybe that's why he's sitting back, because of those connection issues.
And oh, whoa! Stokes smacks the wall. Wow.
Oh dear, that's gonna leave a... Was it Stokes?
No, that was Bouchard. Sorry. Bouchard totally missed his braking point. Totally missed it.
Taking a look at that. Tries to get a run on Devin Doss and hits the back of Doss as well. And Doss actually saved it as well. But Doss got some serious damage on the back of that truck now. He's going to fall backwards as well.
Yeah, just watching Doss right there. He couldn't get the rear to stick because he's got that much rear damage. So he's going to struggle the rest of this on the least here.
Yeah, Bouchard ran him over though. So
yeah, I mean, usually these guys are breaking around the keyboard. And if you want to go on board with someone here, Sam, I'll kind of talk you through a lap around here and what to kind of expect with the car.
Let's go on board with Matthew Tyrrell.
All right, give me a second here as I find him. So going down the back here, you're going to brake right after the freeboard. It looks like he just goes in there a little deeper. And if you go in a little deep, you're going to take this like a V shape and try to straighten it out. He's struggling to get it down. You can hear it in the throttle. A little adjustment to the wheel to get back up to fourth. And it's just managing the tires. I mean, he's taken a lot later on the brakes than I was. I was running a lot lower than he was, but he looks like he's running a V pattern. And what we mean by that is that he's just going in there harder, and he's slowing up for the apex more, and he's trying to straighten out the exit which is you need to do because he's going to the third. Right there, he just shifted, and he's going to try to straighten it out and put the power back down to fourth, which you see that there. So Matthew's doing a really good job right now of keeping the car, not sliding the tires, which is really he needs to do. I mean, this line only works if you're consistent and smooth with the truck. And look at us! Look at that steering wheel. You're gonna watch here going to the corner. It's gonna be really smooth. One adjustment, little side adjustments, trying to get the car to turn. Shifts to third. It goes a little bit more to the left so we can get the truck straight. And as he gets the power down, not a little adjustment. Just there, he made a little one. But the little things like that, you got to caution on the racetrack, is keeping Matthew in front.
Yeah, and that caution is David Bigger, and he's got some huge damage on that truck. Big damage for David Bigger. Let's go back and find out what happened to him. Smacks the wall coming out of 2, and oh, big hit to the inside Armco.
If he doesn't burn a fast, if he hasn't burned a fast repair yet, that is Dunzo for the night.
Yeah, he hit the inside Armco head on. Let's find out if he does burn a fast repair as he's in pit road right now. As he slowly drives past your truck. And it looks like Jordan Barry's parked it. I think he's got some severe connection issues in that 26. And no, he's not taking a fast repair.
I'm actually stunned. I'm actually stunned about that. I'm surprised he didn't grenade.
He's out of the truck. He's out. He's out.
Oh, is he done?
Yeah.
That's a shame. He was running pretty well tonight too.
Yeah, he's just got out. He just climbed out of his truck. He's out of this race. But more importantly, we've got some pit stops going on right here, right now. So let's focus in on the action in pit road. Matthew Tyrrell hits his stall. But Brandon Stokes going to hit his stall. Here comes Jeff Hollingsworth now. Chris Bouchard going to have to repair a bit of damage in that Schwartz diesel number 28. As Ray Black Jr. is in his stall as well. Watch for Matthew Tyrrell though. He should be the first man out of his box, and he is. And he's going to be the first man out of pit road with Brandon Stokes right behind him. Jeff Hollingsworth's going to be the third man out of pit road. So Hollingsworth making some big gains there.
Good for him. He needed that stop to really put himself in a good position again. Bouchard didn't fix any of his damage. He didn't take a fast repair and he didn't fix anything. So it'll be interesting to see how his pace is when we get back to green here.
Yeah, Devin Doss didn't fix his damage either. You can see that the right rear of the tailgate, it's completely smashed in from the contact he had with Bouchard.
And I didn't realize this till now, but that right rear is really high. So he might be getting, that might benefit him more than we think it would. I mean, he's probably getting a little bit more downforce out of that, if you'd think so.
Yeah. I would have thought so. But we'll soon find out anyway when we go back to green. But Matthew Tyrrell is your leader. He's led 18 laps of this race now. I don't want to curse him. I was going to talk to him, but I don't want to curse him.
I feel like we need to, I think we've got, what, 2 to go here probably? I think we need to talk to somebody, though.
Should we talk to Ronnie?
Yeah, let's talk to Ronnie. Let's bring him up here and ask him how his night went, even though he's, what is he, 20-odd laps down, 24?
Yeah, let's bring up Ronnie. I'll let you speak to him because I know how pissed off he's going to be. There he is.
Hey, Ronnie, this is Nate in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, looks like you're not having a great of a night. Talk us through what's happened to you and anything you expect out of the rest of the race.
Let's see. I accidentally used my fast repair when I was going to get some optional done early in the race. Then I died.
Yeah, we saw that. That's pretty spectacular. We got to say that you're landing there. You got a 5 out of the Romanian judge, actually.
I thought it was a 3.
I mean, a slight adjustment to it. He needed a 5. They overruled him. They had to give him 2 points.
I gotta sign him some cash later.
So anyway, we'll let you go back. We'll let you focus here and try to salvage what you can, Ronnie, and have a good luck the rest of the race.
Only 24 down. I can still win this.
That's what we thought yesterday as well.
Good luck, Ronnie.
See you later. So, at least he's got his spirit still, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going back to green now. Oh, look at Stoke. Stoke is. Oh, never mind. Did we have a delay? I thought I saw the pace lights went off, didn't they?
Yeah, we've got a delay. Oh no, they are. They've gone off again. So maybe it's because not everybody was lined up.
Yeah, I thought that was odd. Cause I could have swore the lights went off and they got the wave around. So I wonder, is there a reason why they got? Oh, it looks like there's is that a stopped car all the way back there? It looks like me. No, he wasn't stopped. So that's odd.
Strange, but anyway, they're making their way back up the backstretch against the lights. The lights are off on the pace car. Matthew Tyrrell is going to lead them back to green here, but he's not going to have it all his own way. Look at the drivers around him right now.
We've seen Stokes. Every single driver that's in the top 6 right here, we've seen overdrive the car. So it's going to be interesting to see how much better they do. But anyway, Tyrrell's got control of the field here. He's going to bring him off. Pace car is down, and he's away. And we're back in the green here as Hollingsworth with a poor start there.
Yeah, Hollingsworth with a poor start, and Bouchard and Stokes getting back into battle as they did before. They can't battle too hard though, because they're going to let Matthew Tyrrell get away. Tyrrell still leading this thing as they go towards turn 3.
What's the grass back there? What's the grass? I don't know who that is.
That's Robert Dudley. More bad luck for the man in the 49. And he did hit the barrier as well.
Just adding on to the night. He just hasn't had. It's not been his night for sure.
Not at all. As everybody's just running their laps now as side by side with Mark Jenkins, Kevin Paskowicz almost getting into it there with the 33. And Mark Jenkins is back on the lead lap and he's on a mission here, Nate.
He led what? How many laps? 20 odd. He had at least 20 under caution.
Yeah, he had a lot.
So he's on a mission to get back to the front. It's going to be interesting to see us. Ooh, Matt overdrove the corner there. He's going to let Stokes get back to him. Stokes got a really good exit there. And, he lost it. He got loose again.
Yeah, so Matthew Tyrrell still leading this thing. And the I'm going to say it's the Purple Wolf, number 78, because he's got a big Purple Wolf on the rear tailgate.
That Wolf is pretty menacing, I got to say. It's a pretty car. Probably one of the prettiest paints in the field. Ever since iRacing released their metallic layers, I think that's what he put on the car. It looks really good.
Wait, iRacing have metallic layers now?
For the Silverado, I believe they released them on the forums. I believe. So I think it's a beta thing, I mean, that car looks a lot shinier than all the other ones. I think you can agree.
iRacing, why can't you release metallic layers for the R18? Come on. Get it together. I'd love to make a metallic IR18.
Anyway, it looks like we've got a nice battle for third shaping up here. Hollingsworth is putting a lot of pressure on Bouchard here.
Yeah, but Hollingsworth after his poor restart.
Now Stokes got a really bad drive, and now he's under pressure.
Yeah. 3-car battle for second. If Rob Jenkins can get involved, we've got a 4-car battle for second. If Tadlin right now.
And it's not like it's not right his right now. Tyrrell's pulling away.
Oh, sideways! Did you see that from Bouchard?
Yeah, I did. That was pretty crazy. We're back to... Jenkins in there really hot. He's going to keep it off the wall. And that's not the first time we've seen that from Jenkins. His Koster's underneath of him now.
Yeah, they're going to be side by side as they come towards turn 1. That's another lap completed. We are on lap 121 of 175. We've seen 14 cautions so far here tonight. They just struggled to get it going for the longest time, but now, as much as I hate to say it, now we've got less trucks on the track. they're finding it a lot more easy to turn some more laps here, Nate.
Yeah, it looks like not a lot of incidents. We've got the field really spread out now, not congested, so everyone's got their own little piece of real estate. Stokes looks like he's got the pace back up here, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can catch up, back up to Matthew Tyrrell.
Meanwhile, Jeff Hollingsworth has taken 3rd place away from Bouchard, but how long is that going to last? He's got a horrible slide going through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Bouchard to the inside now. And can Bouchard take that 3rd place back? No, he can't. Hollingsworth going to defend.
Oh, wow, he almost hit him, and he's going to... No, he didn't hit the wall.
How is he able to stay on the wall? That's twice he's done that now.
Yeah, I think Jenkins is just trying too hard. That's the thing. He's trying to get up to somebody, and he's just not quite getting the move done.
Yeah. Oh, is Tanner Koster almost losing the back end there?
Yeah, Jenkins is just struggling right now. He's just not getting the grip out of the corners and into the corners that he needs.
No.
Oh, Stokes almost on the wall there.
Taking an exceptionally high line, but all this battling is really pleasing one man. That's Matthew Tyrrell, who's just streaking away in the lead now.
Yeah, he just pulled out the lead to Stokes by 2/10 there, so I mean he's really doing a good job eking his lead out.
Yeah. He's checked the hell out as we've still got side-by-side action between Tanner Koster and Rob Jenkins. Jenkins just can't find a way past the 97 right now.
I think Jenkins has really worn that tire off. I think it looks like he's going to try to get a good drive out of the corner here and see if he actually gets a good drive, and he does, but the yellow comes out.
Again. And Sean Weaver.
It's blacks in the grass, so that's... I wonder what happened there. Black and Weaver.
That sounds trademarkable, but anyway. As it looks like Black got into... Wait, let me take a little look at that. No, camera's not going to let me see it.
I wonder if... That just looks like a complete misjudgment.
Yeah, it's like... Ray Black Jr. tried to come up, he thought he had the room, but the room just wasn't there.
Good work from Weaver, though, to lock it down and not put himself in any harm's way. There, get hit by Hootman there.
And good work by everybody else for not applying the Arca brake.
Absolutely.
So everybody in pit road again, and this is that will have frustrated Matthew Tyrrell because he had that lead until that caution came out, and now he's had to give it up again. But another chance to get another good pit stop here.
Yeah, it looks like it. We got some guys coming out, but it looks like he's going to get out in front pretty easy here. Whoa! What is that?
That's Chad Witt. What was that about?
I gotta say, that's a first. I'm not sure what that was about. Oh, I go back to him real quick in pit road. He totally missed his pit stall. So in order to get out in front of those guys, he accelerated to get to the line before them. So he didn't go. I don't know what he did. I don't know why he would do that though. He's 80 miles an hour at the pit exit line.
He's going to get a penalty for that anyway.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go discuss that with league management real quick.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to go back to the front of the field as Matthew Tyrrell is your leader. Brandon Stokes is in second. Jeff Hollingsworth currently in third. Tanner Koster in fourth. Rob Jenkins in fifth. Devin Dawson in sixth. Harrison Chandler is in seventh with that horrendously damaged truck. Tyler Vickery is in P8. You can watch his camera, remember. He is on that little suitcase down the bottom of the screen if you're watching on desktop. Give it a little click, focus on him, and show him some love if you want to get some POV action there. Everybody in the chat, hope you're enjoying the race. What we can see of it anyway. Of the unfortunately, with the cautions, we're not seeing much, but we're seeing what we can anyway. The lights are off on the pace car. Ronnie Osborne going to get another wave around here. He is going to be 23 laps down now.
And Sam, I got confirmation that that incident will be looked at after the event.
Good. But anyway, Matthew Tyrrell remains your leader. They're all on fresh tyres now, so an even playing field here. Nate, can Tyrrell hold on? He's got less than 50 laps to do it.
Well, it looks like he's in the class of the field the second half of the race, and we can arguably say that he's been the one guy to get in front and to stay in front and to not overcook his tires. So it's going to be interesting to see if he goes under a threat from Stokes. Hollingsworth, he's up there. Koster's got a fast pair. We see Koster really fast, so it's going to be interesting to see how this restart shakes out here.
Absolutely. As they come out of turn 4, pace car peels off. Tyrrell not wasting any time. We are back under green here at Loudon, and a horrible restart for Brandon Stokes. He's got Tanner Koster and Jeff Hollingsworth all over his rear tailgate. Now look at Hollingsworth to the inside. Brandon Stokes is caught to the back of Matthew Tyrrell at the same time, as it looks like Koster almost got into the wall there.
Yeah, it looks like he almost did, and it looks like these things are going to shake back up here. Jenkins' back end of the car, just watching Jenkins' back end of the car, it just does not look planted. Doesn't look like it want to stick. Whether that's due to throttle application or just something wrong with the car. But yeah, it looks like this truck is just not very planted at all.
Yeah, problems for Chris Bouchard. He's driving a slow truck right now. He's way back there in P19.
Oh, Doss hit the wall really hard. Doss hit the wall really hard in 6th place. He's going to lose a lot of time here.
He's taking a look at, trying to put an outside pass on Rob Jenkins, and he did hit the wall hard. That's going to let Harrison Chandler to the inside, coming out of 4. And we've got a caution again, Kevin Paskowicz again.
Yep, overcooked it right in the Weaver.
Tail hit into the wall.
In another case of a missed braking point. Actually, part of that was just due to just misjudging Weaver's braking point, but then, yeah, just a little bit of a missed braking point there.
Yeah, and I know all about missed braking points.
Yeah, same here. I think all of us here at ESPN are well aware of missed braking points.
Well, I kind of got it the worst yesterday, didn't I? So
you got it bad. I got taken out by what's wrong?
That was a very, very late fake pit stop there by Brandon Stokes. He came back out literally just before the commitment cone.
You know, he's really lucky he didn't nick that, because if you even nick the cone, it'll give you a penalty for that.
Yeah, nick the cone, you're going to get a 15-second penalty. Not an EOL.
So as Ronnie is going to go ahead, he is actually, is he the lucky dog?
No, Chad Witt should have been.
Well, Ronnie went around the outside there. He is now 22 laps down.
Unless league management gave him a wave around.
I am not seeing that they did.
Ah.
I mean, it could be the fact that, you know, he's not a competent. I don't know if you remember this, and I wasn't even born yet, but back when Zanardi won his kart championship, he got busted for speeding by about 30 miles an hour, and they let him go because he was the champion of that year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. So maybe we got a case like that where, you know, they're like, oh, he's a past champ, you just let him do it. He's 20 odd laps down.
Oh, like the one Indy 500 that where Scott Goodyear passed the pace car before the pace car was in pit road.
Yeah, but he got penalized for that, didn't he?
Yeah, but they took a while before they actually gave him the penalty. But that was just a dumbass move from Scott Goodyear's part, anyway. So
yeah, Scott Goodyear was not good as a driver nor as a commentator.
But anyway, Tanner Koster's got another chance to try and bring this home. is the longest I've actually seen him out in front, to be fair.
It's the longest we've seen a driver out in front all race, I think.
Mark Jenkins.
Well, like as in terms of laps, I think Matt's actually led more laps at this point due to the fact that we had some green flag running.
True.
Well, I got a good topic to talk about on our next caution here. Hopefully, we don't have too many before you go.
Yeah, that's provided we don't have another caution. Provided we do have another caution, but as much as I hate to say it, the way things are looking right now, we might actually have another caution before this is said and done.
We got 18 cars, believe it or not, still on a lap. That's actually pretty good for... How many cautions do we have, Sam?
16.
16! Man, it's like that's a Martinsville number right there.
Pasky is out of the truck, by the way. He's out of this race.
Okay.
So, Nate, it's your turn.
Alright, well, Matthew, this is probably what his 5th caution he's going to bring us green to. Holding him and going now. So we're back into green. Stokes with a poor restart again. Actually, Turtle gets a sizable advantage. It's going to be interesting to see if Stokes can bring this gap back here. As who's that all the way up on the top there?
That would be Devin Dawson, Tyler Vickery. Tyler Vickery making a move forward now. That's good to see.
That's the guy we haven't talked about a whole lot tonight. We haven't talked a whole lot about Tyler.
No, but he's got his own onboard camera down there, so
we should be plugging him more then, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Go and check out his camera. He's probably having a whale of a time behind that wheel. As he's got Harrison Chandler in front of him. Ray Black Jr. has made his way back up to 7th place as well. Good run that he's having, but Matthew Tyrrell already half a second up the road for the man in the 78.
Yeah, he's the guy that if anyone wants to win, they got to beat him. If you can beat everybody else, you got to beat that guy to get to the win.
He's not won a race yet this season in his Pasky's career, though.
Yeah, and he'd be a good guy to finally win one. I think there's not a guy that's currently in this league that doesn't deserve a first win like he does. You know, he's one of the faster guys. He just hasn't strung together one yet. And right as we say, he hasn't strung one together yet, he messes up the corner and Stokes gets back to him.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx him at this point, so let's not say any more about Matthew Tyrrell. Tanner Koster up to 3rd after getting the pass on Jeff Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth himself is under pressure from Rob Jenkins. Jenkins looks like he might have finally got that truck underneath him, but still doesn't have the ability to pass people, if that makes any sense. Oh, and he almost gets it to back Hollingsworth.
Speaking of Jenkins, Mark is making a move on Tyler here. We talked about him. He was a lot down a little bit ago. He now gets a shove from Bouchard trying to get going. So those two who ran at the front all race are now in the back, and they're trying to get back to the front here.
Bob drafted at Loudon. Who the hell made that up? As now Vickery falls out of the top 10, unfortunately. And he's under pressure from Lonnie Barrington now. As Harrison Chandler is being put to the back of the tail end of the top 10. As there goes Mark Jenkins to the inside. Bouchard's going to follow him through. Harrison Chandler, that damage on his truck is really starting to hurt him now.
Yeah, it looks like Bouchard really struggled to keep it on the bottom there.
Yep, everybody in front of them single file right now.
And one little point that I'm going to bring out here is that track temp is falling considerably. We're currently at 88. This track's been in shade for a good while now. Witt is on the grass down there. What's he doing down there?
Coming out of pit road.
Oh, okay.
I saw him out the corner of my eye just coming out of pit road. There goes Matthew Tyrrell. He's got that lead up to almost a second, but Brandon Stokes is not out of the woods yet. Look at Tanner Koster all over the back of that 21 truck. Koster had that win taken away from him. Oh, as Koster goes around!
Wow, that was a weird one.
No caution.
He's gonna get one here. Yep, there he goes.
That looked like netcode to me.
I'm not sure what happened. That's the weirdest spin that I've ever seen.
Look going to look at that from the far chase cam. We see him right behind Brandon. It just suddenly snapped left on him.
It's like he had a mechanical. That's got every look of a mechanical failure on his wheel.
Like a suspension failure or something like that?
No, like a hardware failure. Like I'm saying, like something broke in his wheel, like it reset or something. That's what I'm thinking. Because, I mean, the front of that car just darts left. I'm really, I can't. You know what? We should bring him up here in a minute and ask him what happened there.
Yeah, because that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It could have been a case of he was going around the corner and the force feedback just gave way and the wheel just like went limp, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I mean, the front and the rear didn't step. It was the front. Oh, what the bigger hit somebody, I think, on the track. Yeah, what was that? If you can, real quick, go to Witt and Bigger on the front stretch, and they just made contact under yellow. Wow.
Chad Witt just ran Bigger over.
I wonder what that was about.
You might want to have another word with league management.
That was something. That is yeah, that's a new one. Man, we're getting a lot of firsts tonight.
So, two of them are from the same driver.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's bring Tanner up here, Sam.
Absolutely, as we're going to go on board his cockpit right now as he's out of pit road. Let's bring in... Where the hell? There.
He's at default.
Yeah, I know. I'll find him. As we're going to bring in the man known as Tanner Koster to the booth. And Nate, I believe you got him now.
Tanner, this is Nate in the booth. You got a copy?
You betcha.
Well, I gotta say, I'm really confused as to why he spun. Was it mechanical or what happened there? Because the front end just darted left.
So, the downshifting finally bit me. I went to go to third and went to where fifth would be, and then tried to get into third quick, and I went to first, and it just, the sudden RPM change just looped it real quick.
Okay, because it looked like the front end just darted left. So, anyway, you got to recover now. You got, what, 30 laps to do it. Do you think you can get back up to the top 5?
You know, I feel like I'm fast enough to, but 30 laps could be 30 laps of pacing, it could be 30 laps of racing. There's a lot that can happen yet, and then green-white checkered possibilities, so I'm going to give it everything I got.
Absolutely. Well, we can't wait to see you charge to the field here. We'll let you go as we're back up to 1 to green here.
Sounds good. Thanks, Nate.
You're welcome.
So that was Tanner Koster. I'm going to just pop him back up there. As that was Tanner Koster in the booth with us just there. As yeah, we were getting ready to get going again.
We have a new leader, in case you haven't noticed yet.
Yeah, Ty Harris is in the lead.
So, interesting to see. We have a guy that's got some damage and stayed out on pretty worn tires. It's going to be interesting to see how his start goes and to see how these guys behind him do. He hasn't led a lap yet, has he, Sam?
No, he has not.
So this is the first time we're going to see a restart from him. It's the first time we've seen him up front all race, basically.
No, it's he's led 2. He's led 2.
Oh, we had, well, probably the 2 that we've had so far, probably.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's going to bring us to green here. Stokes is all over the rear end of him. He's holding him down still, and now he decides to go. Good start from him on old tires as we're back on the green. Oh, but look at this. Tyro's got a really good run. It's going to see if he can go down to the bottom. He drives it down.
Wow!
Wow, this is going to be tight here. We started out
4 wide! They are 4 wide at Loudon!
Wow, he got shuffled all the way back there. Amazing to see everybody get through that.
We have seen a successful 4 wide situation at New Hampshire, something you don't see very often, and everybody survived that. Go back to Rob Jenkins, he's side by side with Devin Doss as they go through turn 4, and Ty Harris has fallen all the way back to P11 in the space of a lap.
Yeah, that's what old tires will do to you. He's the only one that tried to do it, tried to think he could get a quick caution. And right now we haven't seen one yet. It looks like everyone's playing nice so far. We only have, what, 28 to go here. As Stokes is coming through the field.
Yeah, here comes Stokes up to second now. Still can't control that back end though as Matthew Tyrrell back out to the lead. As Bouchard losing the back end and into the wall.
Oh no.
Manages to get it going again, but Rob Jenkins has taken third place away and they both hit the wall.
He's going to T-bone. This is going to be a big one.
Oh, Vickery's in it and yeah, the Koster's just hit him again. Tanner Koster's in it.
Jenkins just tagging him. Just a little tag. That's all it was.
Yeah, Mark Jenkins just a little tag. Harrison Chandler finished his truck off. Koster and Vickery in it. Ray Black Jr. looks like he was in it a little bit as well. Now it's time for Devin Doss to use his fast repair.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Tyler Vickery was in it. I don't think he got some any serious damage from that though.
I don't think he did. I think he's better off than he thinks he is. Just a bit of front end. So
Oh, he locked him down. He didn't get any damage.
He didn't hit Tanner, did he?
No, he didn't hit him at all.
Ah, good for him.
He locked him down and managed to keep it off the barrier.
So if you want to go see his standpoint from that, we can get that. What is it? A suitcase, Sam?
It looks like it.
Yeah, a little suitcase. I can go hit that and see what he's thinking right now. Probably not the best thoughts, but get that raw emotion you don't get everywhere.
Probably very PO'd right now.
Probably. But so let's talk about the thing I was going to talk about. We'll talk about the race here. So we got something coming up in June, don't we, Sam?
July, you
Or
mean?
July, sorry. Yep,
Yeah,
July.
we got the This will be the third time we've entered the 24 hours of Spa. I don't think you were there for the first one, were you, Nate? I don't think so.
Nope.
No, but this is your second one.
Yeah, it'll be my second. Really looking forward to it. Took a week off of work.
Yeah.
To go with my girlfriend on a trip, and then also do this to make sure I was committed to do this.
We're going to be entering 4 cars again like we did last year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think, it's probably... I think that's the race we're looking forward to the most. I mean, 6 hours, we didn't get a whole lot of, notice/practice.
It's more like a sprint race compared to when it comes to endurance racing.
I mean, it's really just a sprint endurance race. So I think we're looking forward to it, though. I think all the cars have a good chance to run really well there. It'll be interesting to see how we do with the night racing. We haven't had a 24-hour race yet with nighttime, have we?
No, we have. Yes, we have. We had Daytona back in January, but you weren't there for that one.
Daytona doesn't count because you have lights.
Yeah, but Spa is super dark when it's dark. So
the Ardennes forest isn't very got a whole lot of light to it.
But the Ferraris, we're entering Ferraris into this again this year, and it's going to be cool because the Ferrari, they've added something nice to it. I don't know if you've ever driven the Ferrari at night, but they've got a nice big purple light inside the car.
Most night cars that race at night, if you notice, most GTE cars have it. It's a night bar.
Yeah.
And you can adjust what color it is in the cockpit.
Yeah, I got purple in mine, I think, at the moment because I was running the purple car last year. So.
Ah, okay.
But I'm bringing.
So I think you could change. I think you could change the color, because it's kind of the same principle how a cop car has a red light in it for better visibility.
We've seen a shake up at the. Going back to the race though, Nate. We'll touch more on the 24 hours of Spa in a minute, but the field's been shaken up here.
So we got Ray Black, who's now in second. We got Lonnie in third, Hollingsworth in fourth, Weaver in fifth, Hollifield, who was a lap down or two at one point, is now in sixth, and Stokes is back to seventh. So this could be at a restart to try to see who's going to get going through the field. It's really important for Jenkins and Stokes to get through at least 2 of these cars this lap. So you're going to see some moves. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a crash here going to turn 1.
Yeah, Ray Black Jr. finally finds his way back at the front after everything he's been through. But Matthew Tyrrell going to be the man to bring him back to green. And we're not wasting any time.
Ready.
Stokes is going to get a penalty. Stokes is going to get a big penalty.
He tried to let him go. He couldn't let him go in time. And this is going to be potentially a race ending for him if he got a penalty.
Yeah, he's falling backwards already. He knows he's got a penalty. A big wreck there, Tanner Koster and Johnny Antonucci. A big hit at the back there. Let's take another look at there and see what happens to Johnny Antonucci and Tanner Koster. And it looks like Antonucci hooked him.
Tanner was expecting him to go higher to the wall. And great avoidance work by Tyler Vickery there, Sam.
He's been learning from the best.
I think so. I mean, he did a great job to avoid Antonucci there. Great work from Jenkins too. To miss that. Actually, he may have nicked him. He may have nicked him, but definitely a lot better than it could have been there.
We talk about race. I think Brandon Stokes has still got to serve that penalty, you know.
Yeah, he's gonna have to serve it under green.
Yeah.
Maybe worth. Oh, he's gonna try to serve it here. Actually, maybe that's why he's pitting.
He can't serve it under yellow.
He might be trying to serve it now.
Let's go back to the restart though, because I'm pretty sure he passed on the inside on the restart.
Yeah, he definitely passed Weaver. He definitely passed Weaver on the inside. You can see him. No, he doesn't let off, so he doesn't try to let him through again. But he definitely passed Weaver on the inside there.
Yeah. Interesting point to note, Harrison Chandler has finally taken his fast repair. He's got a clean truck again. So that autism awareness number 29 is nice and clean again. That's not him. Let's go back to Harrison Chandler. There you go.
So real quick, let's talk about the top 5 of the races they've had real quick. Turtle's had a great race, split at the front all night. Black has been kind of hard in the mid-pack. We haven't seen him up front all night. He's been caught up in some instance.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and Hollingsworth, he's been caught up in some instance. He was running at the front all at the beginning of the race, and we haven't seen him at the front since then. Holyfield has been a lap down. He's been caught up in some incidents, and I actually got him into an incident myself. I don't think you caught that in the broadcast, but I actually punted Ron off the track at one point. So he's up to 4th. And then Lonnie. I honestly haven't seen Lonnie all race long. I don't think we've said Lonnie's word all race long. I really don't. So it's good to see him up in P5 from the 23rd starting position.
Yeah, and if you don't chew Big Red, F you.
And just a couple of notables in the top 10. You know, he's at the P8. You know, he's done a good job. Chandler, we haven't talked a whole lot about him. He was up at the front for a little bit. He's up to P7. You know, and Tyler, you know, didn't talk about him till about, 20 laps ago. He's right around P10. So there's a lot of guys in the top 10 that have been from all over the race. You know, we haven't seen a single guy other than probably Turl, stay at the front.
I was thinking, when did they install a roller coaster at Loudon? Because everybody's been on it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Matt's probably the only one that doesn't want to get on it, and if he did want to get on it, it'd probably be called the Lion or whatever's on his truck, on his hood of his car. Is that a Lion? Is that a Lion?
What, Matthew Tyrrell?
Yeah.
It's a wolf.
The Wolf. That's a good roller coaster name, the Wolf.
It says Mythic on the front of his truck, so the Mythic Wolf. No. The Mythical Wolf.
Ooh, that could be good.
So we're 2x2 again, and we're about to get this going once again. Hopefully we can get this to the finish now. We're less than 20 laps to go here at Loudon. Matthew Tyrrell has led 59 laps. He's about to lead his 60th as they come towards the line, and we're back under green again. And look at Jeff Hollingsworth looking to the inside of Ray Black Jr. Not going to make the move work this time round. But again, this is...
Close call.
Yeah. Again, we're going to see the guys on the fresher tyres come to the fore as we've got Hoot in the wall now. Hoot Baker hitting the wall. And there goes Sean Weaver to the inside of him.
Going back to our point that we made during the caution, Stokes just pitted first penalty. He actually sagged off so he could take it right when the green flag came out.
Yeah. And he's just coming out of pit road right now. Managing to stay on the lead lap, so very well done there for Stokes. But he's pretty much out of contention at this point as Ray Black Jr. got passed by Hollingsworth and Rob Jenkins, but he's going to try and get the position back off the 89 now. Jenkins going to be high up into the wall.
Wow.
Rob Jenkins really flirting with that wall. He's been doing it all night.
I'm surprised it hasn't been up more than it has, really.
I'm just going to try and come back at Ray Black Jr. It's really weird seeing Ray Black Jr. that not riding a scuba life scheme.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's kind of weird seeing him in that car.
Yeah.
Oh, Lonnie's in the wall. Doss is in the wall. They're gonna spin out and it's gonna collect. Oh, caught Antonucci. I think that's who that is.
Yeah. No, that was Ty Harris, I think.
And Doss.
Let's put it on the hauler.
Not even waiting for the car to come to a complete stop. Puts on the hauler.
He pressed the Tyler button.
Oh man.
Sorry, Tyler. I wonder if it was Ty Harris that was caught up in that. Let's take another look.
So
It was Ty Harris.
go back. Have you gotten to the beginning of that incident?
I'll take a look.
It literally is synchronized spinning between those two. They both did the exact same thing without touching each other.
Oh, yeah.
So that was Doss relying on Lonnie's braking point, and Lonnie missed his, so Doss turned, missed his, and that's a simple incident there. That stuff like that happens, and that's why you have to pick fixed braking points. You can't pick cars and where they're braking at, because what if you're in front, A and B, what if you're just a bystander when it comes to stuff like that?
I have no idea. We've just seen too many cautions here tonight, that's all I can say.
What are we at, 19 now?
20.
20, we hit 20. Congrats, everybody.
And if you're playing the at-home drinking game, you lose. And you survived, you win. As Tony would say. And as Tyler Dudley says, we're closing in on the caution record. That's Robert Dudley's son, for those that are keeping count. Anyway, we're back on the caution. Going back to the 24 hours of Spa. We're entering 4 cars into this race, and we're going to see the return of one Mr. Scott Brinson to the endurance team, because he's looking forward to entering the Spa race.
I think we probably need a couple more drivers, don't we?
We need a maximum of 16 or 20, because we have 4 or 5 in each car. So I can't remember how many drivers I had in the cars last year.
We had 4 in mine. It was me, Ronnie, Tyler, and Bunsey.
Yeah. And my car, I think it was me, KP, Byron, and Elliot.
Maybe.
In Scott's car, if it was Scott, Sage, Rick, and Damon Martinez, if I remember rightly. Damon Martinez in that car?
I'm not sure.
No, Wes Fry.
Oh, come.
Wes Fry was in that car last year. And the 4th car we had John, Joe, Charlie, and Ethan. Hi, Ethan.
So this restart is probably the most interesting restart we've had because look who's on the outside pole.
Greg Napier. Yeah, just Jeff on the outside. It was Greg Napier, the fourth driver in that car, in that last car. But anyway, we're going to get 4 drivers in each car this time around. But anyway, lights are out. Once agreed. Jeff Hollingsworth finally back to the front, and he's on the outside of Tanner Koster. Not Tanner Koster. What the hell is wrong with me today? Matthew Tyrrell. Pace car going to peel off one more time. We're going to have 11 laps to go here, and Tyrrell just absolutely getting away from these guys. Here comes Ray Black Jr. to the inside of Hollingsworth.
Oh, Black got turned. No, Black Jenkins got turned. He's going to save it. No, he's not. He's going to smack it into the wall. And there's a 5-car pileup in the back there.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Koster has the worst luck.
Well, he has since we've spoken to him, yeah?
Yeah. You gotta quit interviewing people. It sounds like a great idea when we do it, and then we realize how bad of an idea it is.
And Bouchard got into it again as well. And we've spoken to him as well.
So there was 2 incidents in that. We had the Jenkins one, and then further back, the other Jenkins. So double whammy for the Jenkins. So both Jenkins getting turned there.
Yeah, and how many cautions are we going to have before this race is over? I mean, they're coming to the line now. We're going to have 9 laps to go. And we're getting towards green-white checkered territory here, Nate.
Yes, so the potential is there to have 24 cautions in 175 laps. I don't want to do the math on that to know how many caution laps there is to green flag laps. I don't want to know.
As Chadwick gets another lucky dog.
Sam, would you be having a good time right now if you were by yourself?
I don't know.
So, that's why I wonder why Black is driving in the grass.
I have no idea. Is he having a technical problem?
I don't want to interview him to ask.
If he's having a technical issue, he should get a new wheel. He's got all that NASCAR money to buy one.
He's staying out, so interesting.
Use the NASCAR money.
Just dip into that team budget. Say it's a simulator expense.
Yeah, I'm sure Sage does. But then again, Sage is a millionaire, so he can buy one any time of the day. I'm sure he's still got some of that money he won from winning the Indy Lights series. Anyway, I'm not going to go into drivers' finances. We're going to get to the end of this race. We are on lap 168 of 175. We are going to go back to green, have one more stab at it, and I think if another caution comes out, we are into green-white checkers. And last week we had green-white checkers and it was exciting. This time it's going to frustrate the hell out of the drivers, I'm pretty sure.
So Bouchard is done. His motor has gone plop on him. So Bouchard is done. So
Ty Harris is done.
So past champions out. We've had a lot of people get knocked out of this race.
Yeah, we are down to 13 drivers. Actually, you made that 12 drivers because Rob Jenkins has been in pit road for nearly a minute. Out of the 28 that started, we are down. We've lost 16 drivers.
Well, 16 drivers are on the.
Oh no, Antonucci, Witt, and Bigger are still in it.
Yeah, so plenty of drivers, but you know there's still some out there that's hanging it out.
There's 15 still running. As Ty Harris puts it on the hauler. More importantly, though, Matthew Tyrrell still leads this thing. It's led 71 laps of this race, and he has one final chance to bring it home on the green as they are bringing it through turns 3 and 4. Hopefully for the final time here tonight as the pace car peels off. Look how close Matthew Tyrrell was to the pace car, and we're back under green here. Watch out, Ray Black Jr. Don't pass him before the line, and he doesn't. But he's alongside Jeff Hollingsworth. Going into one, and there's contact! And Tyler Vickery saves it again!
Wow.
How is he doing this? Look at the slide he gets. I know there's another wreck there, but look at the slide. Look at the save from Tyler Vickery.
That was a heck of a job from Tyler.
Oh
to
my
not
god!
Totally destroy that truck. Jenkins full on body checks him.
And Hollingsworth managed to hold on to third as well.
Why is Tyler? Oh, Tyler spun it all by himself. Oh no, Tyler! He just hit the wall all by himself trying to accelerate. Right on the backstretch.
What is going on? Did he knock something out of it, or?
It just looked like he's trying to accelerate. I mean, his truck looks squirrely. Like something's wrong with it almost. Maybe he did knock something out of that thing.
Well then. It's going to be a lap down,
So we're not going to get a green-white checkered here, but we are going to restart with 2 to go.
I'm hoping.
I think we're restarting with 2 to go. Either that or 3 to go. Because it would have shown up that we're doing a green-white checkered, which it hasn't.
Good.
Well, that could be good or bad news. I mean, we could have another... We could have just got one of them burned already, but... So yeah, we'll be restarting with 2 to go. So, essentially, 4 green-white checkered attempts.
Yeah, pretty much. As Ty Harris, who's already out of this race, he's had such bad luck tonight. I'm going to go through the retirement list as I'm bringing up Ty Harris, as he just put his car on the hauler. Bouchard, Rob Jenkins, now Tyler Vickery, who's back out there, but with a bit of damage on his truck. Robert Dudley, his truck finally gave up. Devin Doss is out. Kevin Pasky, which league owner, he's out. Ronnie Osmer finally gave up. John Barry is out. Mike Whitaker out. Francois Pelletier out. You're out. Tim Rossino is out. Michael Atkins Jr. is out. So, big list of retirements. But that man that we're seeing on the screen, Matthew Tyrrell, he's just got to hold on. All he's got to do is hold on, and he's got his first race win here.
And there's not a guy that hasn't deserved it yet tonight, other than him. He's been the guy that's earned his win. And you know, whenever anyone wins a race, they earn it. But he's really earned it. And actually, we do get a green-white checkered here, so it's going to count it as 1.
Right, so did it just come up on the screen, did it?
Yes, it came up that we're gonna. This is the first attempt, so it must not. They must have been on 2 to, or just now got 2 to go then.
So we are going to get our first taste of overtime. You see the icon come up on the right-hand corner of his screen. That's signifying that we are now in overtime. This is going to be the first overtime attempt, so to speak.
So just the rules for it. They get the lap, so we're going to go green with 2 to go. And if they wreck, or if the caution comes out before the white flag is displayed. Now, in real life, it's when the driver crosses to line to take 1 to go. But in iRacing, the way the code is written, according to the forums, is that when the white flag is shown, that's basically the finish line, or basically. So nobody really knows when that line is. Some people think it's the restart line is when it shows up, but yeah, that's probably the point where there's no return.
Yep, so here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. It says on the top left hand of your corner of the screen, final lap, but it's not the final lap. This is the final run, hopefully, for these guys. They're all going to go absolutely berserk on this restart. They did it last week. They can do it again this week.
So if I had to guess, Black's going to try to time this so that he gets the best jump he's had. Matt's been flawless on every restart he's had. Nobody's been able to challenge him. I think Black's going to go a lot quicker than he has all race long here.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of trying to time it right, really.
Watch for Harrison Chandler. He's on the fresher tyres in that top 4. Watch for him in that 29 as the pace car is off. Green white checking is underway.
That's the start Black needed. This is the best chance anyone's had all night to get him.
Matthew Tyrrell gonna defend. Ray Black Jr. gonna try and get the inside line.
We got some banging on the back.
Tanner Koster in the wall. No caution yet. We're going to get the white flag this time by. And the white flag will fly as Matthew Tyrrell. Or is it? He's crossed the line. The white flag is out. It's too late.
Huge wreck as they come across the line, though, but we're going to go all the way to the finish line.
Matthew Tyrrell on the final lap here has enough space to Ray Black Jr., but can Black Jr. get up to him? Gonna have the time. Black Jr. into the wall.
Gonna keep second. It looks like he is.
And Matthew Tyrrell gonna win his first ever race in Pasky's history. Matthew Tyrrell wins at New Hampshire.
Good race from him. He earned it.
And Ray Black Jr. gives him a bump, and you gotta feel. You know what? I'm very happy for Matthew. He's been working so hard for this race win, and he's finally got it.
Now, there's a guy. If there's a guy that's in the league that deserves this win, it's definitely him. I'm really glad to see him get this victory for sure.
Yeah. And we're going to reach out to the man of the moment, Mr. Matthew Tyrrell, as he's burning them down right now, and he's going to join me in the booth. Matthew Tyrrell, first-time race winner in Pasky's history. You have got to be absolutely delighted in that number 78 truck.
Oh, yeah. I'm finally happy I got one.
But it didn't come without its drama, though. I mean...
No, I started kind of in the back and just kind of worked my way up. I haven't had much practice here, so it was kind of interesting figuring out the track as it went on, because only 10 minutes of practice maybe. His strategy helped, though.
Absolutely, and it worked out for you with that flurry of cautions near the end there. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of cautions tonight, but that flurry of cautions really helped you with the tyres and the fuel. Were you happy to see those last few cautions come out, or were you hoping to just get a bit of a run in before the end?
Honestly, I was kind of hoping to get a bit of a run, because there was one run where I just kind of pulled away and I was feeling really comfortable. But, I mean, they worked out in my favor still in the end, and I was able to kind of pull away.
Absolutely. Well, this does absolutely wonders for your confidence. Nate, where are we next week?
I'm not sure. I wish I knew, but I'm not sure, actually.
I think it's Michigan.
Okay, so this is going to give you a lot of confidence going into the next few races. Your first race win under your belt. We head to Michigan next week. What are your thoughts going into that one? Can you carry on the run?
I was strong last season, and I finished pretty well, so we'll see.
So, just talk us through your race as a whole. I mean, you started back in P12, and you slowly made your way to the front. I mean, you led 80, like you led the whole second half of the race, pretty much. Just give your thoughts on the early part of the race. There were a lot of cautions there. Was it difficult to stay out of the wrecks in the early part of the race?
My main concern kind of in the beginning was to kind of get a feel for it, because we were really racing tight. I couldn't tell how fast I was going to be. So early on was kind of difficult, and then I took the 2 tires kind of early in the race, and it put me top 5, and that really helped. I was actually able to kind of see how fast I was going to be, and I kept gaining on the leaders. So, and then late race, once I finally got the lead and I kept it, I was feeling pretty comfortable.
Well, congratulations on your first ever win, Matthew. Nate, is there anything you want to add?
Honestly, I was rooting for you that entire second half of the race because, man, you're one of the faster guys that we have out there. And honestly, it's a shame you haven't won one yet. So really, really glad to see you finally get your first win and then get that monkey off your back, Matthew.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a long time coming. Been real close. I'm glad to finally win one.
So big celebrations after this one. Matthew, congratulations on your first ever win. Is there anybody you'd like to thank or give a shout out to for this one?
I think for starters, I'd like to thank my girlfriend for sitting through this and doing her own thing, but hanging out with me still nonetheless. Thanking you guys for broadcasting this, and Devin, because I wouldn't be in this league without Devin.
Absolutely. So Matthew Tyrrell bringing the Mystic Wolf number 78 to the victory lane here tonight. Congratulations, and we will see you next week at Michigan.
Thanks so much. Take care.
So that was Mr. Matthew Tyrrell. We are going to go straight to our second place finisher. That is this man, Mr. Ray Black Jr. If I can find him. He's up. He's down the right at the bottom. So we're going to reach out to Ray Black Jr. and Nate, I believe.
I didn't know.
Nate,
here we go.
Nate, I believe you got Ray Black Jr. with you right now.
Hey, Ray, it's Nate. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I think it's safe to say you tried your hardest to get to him, but you just didn't quite get it. We saw you had the best restart of the night, though, at that last one. Talk us through first your night, and then talk us through that last restart.
Oh yeah, man, that's just hard. These restarts are tough, especially when the leader he was really fast. So I mean, I don't know. I was gonna if I got to him, I was gonna move him out the way. That's for sure. I would have won after last weekend. So, but I don't know. It's fun. I mean, I'm glad I got that restart on the last one. That was the closest I've been. And Jeff was really fast, but I don't know. It was just it was a tough race. So it was long. So there's a lot of attrition and things like that. And then it worked out. I made it to the big one and got the second, and then just tried my hardest. I guess it was fun though.
Yeah, we saw you get caught up in your fair share of incidents tonight, like everybody else. It seems like. Talk us through first those incidents, and then just talk us through the way back to the field.
Yeah, it's just tough. I mean, the track, you just got to slow up so much getting in the corner, and so we got guys overdriving it and wheel hopping and then downshifting and stuff like that. You're in third trying to accelerate, and you're just sliding around. So yeah, I mean, it's not easy controlling them out the corners, and then guy gets loose right rear somebody, and it's just pandemonium. So I tried to stay in the back all most of the race, I guess, and I think that worked out pretty well for me. But I think that was the best plan I could have had, because I usually get caught up in them if I don't.
Yeah, it definitely looked like you kind of rode in the back, but when you mattered, it came you to the front. Is there anyone you want to thank for your victory? Maybe your Ray's idiots, maybe, or your second place. Sorry.
Yeah, I wish I won that one, I guess, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna thank Frenchie for wrecking out so soon. If it wasn't for him, I would have been second. So I'll take that, I guess. Nah, it's fun, man. Yeah, it sucks for all the cautions. I'm sure y'all are sleeping, but it was still a good finish.
We had fun. Yeah. But anyway, moving ahead to next week, what are your thoughts going into Michigan next week?
Shoot, I like Michigan. I ran pretty good there, I guess. The last time I was there was in an Xfinity car, and I got wrecked on lap 4, so hopefully anything's better than that day, I guess. But yeah, no, I like that track. It's kind of tough in the trucks, I guess, but they have good finishes and lots of side-by-side racing. So as long as we can hang on to them, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Okay. Anything else?
What was that?
Anything else?
Nope, I'm good. I had a slight distraction there.
Okay, well, Ray, congratulations on the second place, and we'll see you next week in Michigan.
All right, thanks, guys.
as that was Ray Black Jr. Do you want to interview your teammate?
Might as well.
All right, I'll let you have him then, and he's going to join us in the booth now. Nate, you've got Jeff Hollingsworth with you.
Well, Jeff, it's Nate. You got a copy?
I do. How you doing, Teamy?
Good. Looks like, we had your fair share of incidents tonight like everybody else, but it looks like you were one of the better ones to recover from. You had a damaged truck pretty much all night, but you looked like you weren't hurting as much as all the other ones. Talk us through your entire night, basically how you persevered through some of your damage.
Well, first off, I got the pole, which I think is important, and I think that whoever was in front could do well. Biggest mistakes I made were on pit road. I lose my concentration when we have this many cautions, and then the only incident that I really had is when I was coming out of 4 and it looped it, and I got into Ronnie and killed his truck, and I feel horrible about that. But other than that, I was having pit road mistakes. I kept speeding and stuff just because I couldn't concentrate, so I had to go from the back to the front, back to the front. That last incident, I forget how I got the nose damage, but I had the nose damaged from whatever happened, and it was only 28 seconds, so it didn't really affect the truck. It just looked bad. But it was, for me, with the way the setup was and having to shift and different break points and different apexes, 91 caution laps is a lot, but I knew we'd have a bunch, so I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so you spoke about 91 caution laps. Talk to us about how difficult it is to switch your mind back on and off that many times.
And you know me, Nate, when I race, I like it quiet and I like to concentrate and I get a rhythm. And, I'm in here, my son's visiting, so we're in here BSing and looking up stuff and listening to the broadcasts. And, it really got kind of ridiculous, so it's very hard, because you're just passing the time running circles around, and then you got to just, and I tell my son, okay, race mode, and I put my earmuff back on my ear and hit the gas pedal, and then race for a few laps, and then he'd hear me say, oh my gosh, here we go again. It's like, it's very frustrating, and I'm old and I have to concentrate, so it really throws me off. But I'm happy to come back with a P3, and congrats to Matthew, man. He did good. He got in the front. That's what I should have done, and he did it. Good job to Ray Black, and again, sorry to Ronnie for wrecking him. Gonna shout out to Ron, who finished 6th after being 3 laps down. That's how us old men do. And Robert had a rough night, so he didn't finish and whatnot. But I'm ready for next week. I'm over this already.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a good chunk of us are ready to move on, but we have Michigan next week. It seems to be a nice big track, so hopefully we don't have a whole lot of cautions there. But go ahead and tell us what you think for that race.
Well, let's hope it. I think it'll be probably a little bit of pack stuff at the beginning, and then we'll separate out. And we have had really good runs at Michigan before, so separate out. Maybe have some green flag stops and separate us that way, and hopefully it's better than this. And I really love New Hampshire. I was excited about coming here. I've had a migraine, and they gave me a shot today, and I woke up feeling better, so I came out to race because I really love this track. But I have got to agree with everybody. This is the setup was horrible. Not the truck here. The truck usually races good here, but the setup was just not good, man.
So anyway, I think you gave some shout outs. Is there any other shout outs you want to do or give out?
Sure, I want to shout out to my son, BB, I love you. He's sitting here next to me, and it's shooting the breeze, having fun, just watching me race. And shout out to, of course, my buddies in the broadcast booth. It's good to see you up there, Nate, and of course, Sam Cooper Bennett, the man with the plan. And No Limit Racing and Pasky's for putting this on, and let's just move on from this and have a good week next week.
Absolutely, Jeff. Well, congrats on your P3. It looks like you definitely earned it. We'll see you at Michigan, either Friday or Monday.
I'll be there for both. Y'all have a good night.
You too, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff.
Thank you, sir.
I've put him in the wrong room probably, but anyway, Nate, a long night here tonight. You've had a tough night yourself in your own truck, but just talk us through that.
I think it's safe to say a good majority of the league wants to move on from this. This wasn't the best race, I think, for anyone. I think it's just time to move on. That's the best thing we can do from this is just move on and go on to Michigan. It should be easier. I think we did see some good racing. I mean, this was a driver's track. You had to drive the car, and it was difficult, but that's how this thing goes. So I think it's just best to move on. We saw some great runs tonight. Harrison Chandler, he got a P5, so good for him. And we saw some other great runs. Guys battled through adversity, and congrats to Matthew, of course, for his first win in Pasky's.
Absolutely, and definitely a tough night for everybody, but we're going to move on to next week. But moving on right now, we are going to go to the results of tonight's race, and it's been a difficult one for everybody out there, and we can pretty agree on that one. But anyway, let's go to the results of tonight's race, and Matthew Tyrrell bringing home his first ever win in his Pasky's career. He didn't have it all his own way as Ray Black Jr. came home right behind him in second place there. Coming home in third after a difficult race there was Jeff Hollingsworth. Fourth going to Brandon Stokes and Harrison Chandler. Fantastic fifth place for him. Ron Holyfield, he was 3 laps down at one point, rebounded for sixth place. Hoot Baker, great result for him. He came home in seventh place. Eighth was Tanner Koster, who's probably hit everything except for the flag stand. Tyler Vickery getting a top 10 there. He came home in ninth. On Lonnie Barrington in P10. Nate.
Sean Weaver comes home in 11th. We saw him spin out a couple of times due to incidents with other people. Mark Jenkins, he led a lot of laps under caution there in the middle stage of that race. He finished 12th place. His brother Rob comes home in 13th place. Mark was the first one to lap down at 12th, so that's something to note as well. Tyrone Harris, I believe this was his debut tonight, correct?
It's first race back. He's been in races
First
before.
race back, yeah, sorry. He finished race P14 in car 14. Robert Dudley, as Jeff mentioned, he didn't have the best night. He finished 11 laps down at P15. Chris Bouchard, he had a really strong race car at the beginning of the race. Just didn't quite get at the end. His engine blew up. He finished P16. Johnny Antonucci, he saw him get involved in a couple of incidents, not of his own doing. Came home P17. Chad Witt come home 18th place. Devin Doss, we saw him right at the front tonight, didn't we? He finished P19, 18 laps down. And David Bigger coming home P20 on the field after starting fourth place. You mind if I keep going?
Yeah, carry on.
All right. First of the admins tonight, KP. Kevin Paskowitz, he ended up 48 laps down in P21, and then following him is Ronnie Osmer. He ended up P22. Jordan Berry, he came home P23 after a really strong qualifying. He started qualified 5th place. Mike Whitaker, he kind of come home 24th place, 100 laps down on the dot. Tim Rosino, he came home 25th place. Renjoy Peltier, I totally butcher his name every time I say it. He came home 26th place. Yours truly, the 10X King, I actually had, how many incidents did I have? I had 12 incidents, so didn't quite meet the 10X expectations. I came home 27th, and Michael Atkins, our first man out of the race, 166 laps down in P28.
Well, that was the results for tonight's race. That was the second round of season 4 in the Pasky's Cardiac Truck Series. A fantastic race, but a lot of cautions nevertheless, and one man coming away with his first ever race victory in Pasky's. That was Matthew Tyrrell. Looking ahead on our schedule, we have the first round of the Top Fuel Summer Light Series coming up this Wednesday. I'm going to try and talk Adam Chapman into doing that one. Hopefully he'll be there on hand for that. But that's going to be on Wednesday. This Thursday we have nothing, so you can have a night off there. This Friday we have more Pasky's action as we have the Cup Series as they are the first ones to hit the track at Michigan. And then Saturday we return with the NASCAR Online Series as they compete in the next race of their season. Well, that is going to do it for me. My name is Sam Cooper Bennett. Don't forget, we are sponsored by iRacing iFlag. Don't forget, if you go on to the website iRacingIFlag.com, get your own iFlag, and if you put in the discount code esports2019, you will get 15% off. So why not get your own iFlag today and be in with the IT crowd when it comes to getting those flags up on your desk. But anyway, Go to iRacingIFlag.com, get your own iFlag today. My name is Sam Cooper Bennett. Joining me in the booth for most of the broadcast was Nate Siefker after wrecking out earlier in the race. All that's left for me to say right now is keep it clean, keep it green, and we will be back on Wednesday night for the first round of the Top Fuel Summer Light Series in the Formula Renault 3.5. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.